Welcome into Clinton Dragon Basketball here on Dragon Vision. I'm Matt Hagan alongside
I'm Chris Hicks.
And we're here from Scott's Highlander Gymnasium, the home of the Scottt Highlanders. Great night for basketball here. Great night for district play. Both teams coming off really impressive wins last week. What did you see on Tuesday night from the girls and the boys?
From the girls and the boys, it just looked like they had something to prove after they lost to Anderson County. The girls, of course, beat Anderson County, but they kept the momentum going into the girls' game. But the guys, unfortunately, against Anderson County lost. It was a rough night, and they came out and they beat Cumberland Gap by 40, and it was impressive. And I was happy to be there. It was a good game for the home team, but it also got very boring very quickly.
It did get very boring very quickly. Want to give a shout out Bryson Maddox, 31 points, four huge dunks in that game. And he had a lot of, let's say he had a lot of motivation there. There were some people watching him there. He just picked up, he had the offer from Yale that day, and he just got Cornell.
Yeah.
So want to give a big shout out to him. You're getting to hear right now they're wishing happy birthday to one of the big fans here at Scottt High School. That's always a good thing to do.
Yeah, and also it's Alicia Darty's birthday today, so happy birthday, Alicia. We're happy to have you as a coach and blessed with what you do for us.
Oh, yeah, happy birthday to Alicia, one of my former classmates as well. We're getting ready to do the starting lineups for these games. This is a battle for first place. Right now, both teams are tied for first place in the district because Cumberland Gap came off with an upset win of Scott last week.
Really?
So both teams have one district loss. Clinton's district loss is to Scott. Scott wearing their home white uniforms with a pink trim and numbers. That's something I always want to give a shout out when we see pink because that just means something. Clinton's going to be in their road, black uniforms, white numbers, and orange trim. Got about 45 seconds here until they do the introduction. May do a national anthem. I'm not so sure just yet. We may wait till the boys' game for that.
Yeah, especially if ROTC's here. I think ROTC just does it right before the guys' game.
And I always want to give them a shout-out, too, because they do such hard work. I teach some ROTC up at ACCTC, and they're some of the best students you could have, too.
Welcome to Scottt High School.
Once again, we're coming to you live from the Highlander Stadium, and here we are getting ready to do the national anthem. So we're going to go to the PA announcer. Great playing of that, or recording of the national anthem right now. Now we're getting ready to start with the introduction of the starting lineups. First for our Clinton Dragons.
Number 1,
Addie Gamble, the junior for the Lady Dragons.
She's had a great season.
Bailey Burrows got already committed to play college basketball. Josie Moody, the MVP from volleyball. Allie York, the sharpshooter, along with senior Sydney Harrell.
Defensive lockdown.
Defensive lockdown and the last two sharpshooters being announced for the Lady Dragons. On the bench, we'll announce them as they come in, but you'll have Topanga Easterday, Ashani Davis, Ellie Leander, Kinsley Hutchison,
Jaylee Rod, Abby Phillips.
Yeah, those are always some great players to see. This team has really come together since that loss to Scott.
Yeah, they have. And it's great to see they're playing as a team now.
Yeah, Fortunately, they did lose Lainey Carmichael for the season, but she's out here and she's still supporting them,
Yep.
showing them how much this team actually means to her as well.
And she has surgery Thursday.
So we definitely want to wish her the best as she has a quick and speedy recovery here. Make sure I got this. Okay, there we go. My scoreboard was trying to go to last week's score. We are on the right side of the stadium. If you are watching from us, we want to give a shout out also to IH Sports Network, the Scott County one. They've helped us out quite a bit. Wish Radio is on the other side from us this time, but we are right behind the Clinton bench, and this game should be a really good game for the first place in the district.
Yeah, it should be a good game. It's going to be an intense game. Last time that these two teams faced off, it was a close game. Clinton led the whole time until like the last couple minutes.
Allie York starts with the tip from Josie Moody. She gets it over to Josie Moody in the left wing. Now to Addie Gamble, still in the wing. She fakes her in. She's going to drive back to the Scott S. We are going to stay wide so you can kind of see everything going on. Inside to Moody. Floater, no good. Rebound goes to Scott wearing number 34. Well, like I said earlier, I like these uniforms from Scott, the white and pink.
We should have a pink knot coming up soon, shouldn't we?
First basket of the night goes to the home team, which I accidentally put as the away one. The first basket goes to the home team, Scott. York to Harrell. Harrell into Burrows, last touch. There's actually going to be saved by Scott. She's going to save it. She's going to slide with it. Should be a jump ball, but she gets it to 35. They are letting them play right now because usually we see that as a quick jump ball.
Yeah.
Scott with the ball into the front court, guarded by York. We're at number 3. She gets over to 24, guarded by Gamble. Tries to spin past Gamble. Nearly walks on that when she picked up the ball, but did not move her pivot foot. 23 goes around the screen, spin move.
Great defense.
Back to 3. Oh, over York's head. Team rebound goes to Clinton. We've got 6:44 remaining in the first, and your score is 2-0. We've had some very close games here recently, especially this one. This one didn't really. Scott really never had the lead till the fourth quarter in the game last time we played them. Harrell up to Gamble. Gamble over to York. York thought about a 3, but she's going to go to the top of the circle. Hand off over to Harrell. Harrell's going to get it to Gamble. Gamble thought about going through the screen set by Burrows. She will go. A little bit of contact, but gets it back to York. York from 2. In and out. Rebound goes to Scott.
Give her a point for that one.
They should give her a point every time it goes in and out. 23 up, blocked, but they're going to call a foul on Gamble. I thought Gamble had a clean block, but, I mean, there was contact, so that was one. It was a 50-50 ball. We'll see. We'll see if they give that to us later on.
Yeah. As long as they call it both ways, it's all that matters.
Looks like she may have gotten her on the wrist on it, but it was close to a clean. First free throw's up, in and out. Still 2-0 here, 6:11 to go from Highlander Gymnasium. Second one's up and good. 3-0 now the lead here at Scott High School. Gamble with the ball inbounded from Moody. Gamble gets pressured, gets it over to York. York in the front court, over to Moody. Moody thought about a 3, but decides to go around back to York. York up to Moody. Moody's going to go back to York with it on the wing. She's going to go back to the top of the circle with it, try to reset.
Good screen.
Hands over to Moody. Moody's going to drive in. Up. She's fouled, and they're going to get the foul. No basket. 5:48 remaining. And Moody will be at the line for a pair.
Glad they're calling it both ways so far.
Yeah, that's a really good one. And this should be a good battle.
Yeah, it's going to come down to the wire, I feel like.
It will. Moody's first one's up and in. If we can shoot free throws, this will be a really good game for the Lady Dragons.
That's what killed the Dragons' last game against Scott County was their free throws.
It was. And she's in for 2. So two points, Josie Moody, to start the game for the Lady Dragons. 5:45 remaining in a 3-2 score. 23 is going to dribble it up. Once again in their white uniform and pink trim. She drives in to the corner. Thought about a 3. 3 gets it over 23. She's going to drive in. Little floater up off the backboard. Rebound saved by 35. That was a good save right there.
It was.
24 back to 3. Spots up from 3. In and out off the backboard. The bank was not open for her.
No, and the key for the girls tonight, the Dragons, they're going to have to box out because they have some big girls on their Scott County's team, and they're going to fight for every rebound.
There's a steal from 23. Gamble was trying to get a no-look pass to Burrows. Gamble deflects it and tries to save it. And they're going to say last touch by.
Wow.
I wasn't sure about that one. They're going to say last touch by Scott.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe
he saw something we didn't. We're over here and he's over there. So.
Yeah, he's got a lot closer view than we do. But from up here, it looked like Gamble may have touched that one.
Yeah.
And Kinsley Hutchinson now checking in for Bailey Burrows for the Lady Dragons. First time we've seen Kinsley tonight on varsity. Stolen by 34. Goes up to 24. Over in the corner to 3 to 23. 4-3. Little short rebound goes to Moody. Moody's been doing a great job on the boards recently. Gets it to Easterday. Easterday also checked in.
And Leander's in too.
And Leander. So you got Moody, Gamble, Leander, Hutchison, and Easterday. Tried to get that pass to Easterday, but just went underneath her hand. 4:32 remaining. Still 3-2 is the score.
You know that Easterday and Hutchinson's got to be tired from the last game.
Yeah, they played a JV game, and the JV team, want to give them a shout-out, too.
Yeah.
They did win that game. They ended up winning by 4 or 5 points. That was a great game for them.
It was fantastic. I mean, the refs at the end just let them play, and that was good to see. But sometimes you have to make a call every now and then because you want to protect these kids out there.
Right. It was evenly called. Both teams ended up with like 6 fouls in the quarter. Scott did come back, have the lead at one point, and Clinton came back and led it and won. 3 with the ball to 34, nearly stolen by Leander. Leander's had some really good defense.
She has. She's
offensive board to 35, blocked by Moody, rebound by Gamble. Gamble's going to run it. She's going to try to go coast to coast. Gets fouled, no call, and Scott's going to get the rebound. A lot of contact, but no call. Scott with it, stolen by Leander's defense, and she's showing it right there. Leander with some really good defense. Timeout Clinton. This has been a really good game so far.
Yeah.
One team foul each. Clinton get with their first timeout, but a very clean game by both these teams.
And it's a defensive showdown right now. I like it.
I like it too.
Because there's 8 minutes in a quarter.
8 minutes in a quarter.
We're halfway through, and it's only 5 points total.
Let's see if this game keeps going on. And while we're doing that, I'm also going to keep a lookout every once in a while from Anderson County. Okay, here's an update. Girls basketball, 6 minutes ago at the end of one. Anderson County leads Gibbs 22-11. We want to give that out because that is another district game.
Yeah.
And then Union County should be playing Cumberland Gap tonight as well. If we can get an update from Union County, we'll give that to you as well. But right now, Lady Dragons have the ball. Inbounding it to Gamble was Moody. Gamble, Moody, Hutchison, Leander, and Easterday on the floor for the Lady Dragons. Gamble with it into Moody. Moody thought about trying to spin around it, but instead it's going to get it back to Leander. Leander on the S, being guarded by 34. Once again, Lady Dragons in black uniforms, white lettering, orange trim. The Dragons will also be in their black uniforms tonight. Hutchison over to Easterday. Easterday finds Gamble. Gamble's got a little bit of a height advantage on the person she's guarding.
She does.
And Leander's being guarded by the tallest one on their team, or second tallest with 34. 34 and 35, both are two big players for Scott.
We got Hutchinson down there against 35, and
that's going to be a good physical matchup. You can tell, because she was good on Burrows as well.
Yeah,
spin move up, and she will be fouled. Campbell will go to the line for a pair. She's already got 2 points on the day. It was Moody who got the first 2 from the free throw.
Looks like we got some subs coming in.
Subs coming in will be Burrows and Davis.
And York.
York.
Down there, yeah.
First one's up, first one's in.
Good deal.
The high game at 3 with just over 3 minutes to play in the quarter. And there goes Burrows, Davis, Harrell, and York. So mass substitutions for the Lady Dragons. Only the shooter Gamble still on the court. I wouldn't be surprised to see her sub for.
Yep.
There's what we were looking for. She is being subbed for right now.
Jaylee Rod's coming
for Rod. So all 5 new fresh faces for the Lady Dragons. 3 minutes to go, leading by 1.
Keep some fresh legs going.
I like those substitutions called by Coach Dougherty. She does it at just the right time, and it's been showing.
Yeah.
Good box out right there. Closeout by Jaylee Rod. She had a good 3 looking, and Rod closed it out too quick. 24 back to 23. Bounce pass to 3 in the corner. Rod with another good closeout. Kept her from shooting a 3. Drives in. Loose with it. Almost traveled, but gets it back top of the circle. 4-3. Little short. Rebound goes to Davis. Davis up to Harrell. Harrell, last touch. by Scott. 2:29 to go. 4-3 is your score. Davis with the ball in the backcourt. Davis over to York.
Davis has really come together so far this season whenever she gets in. She's a good shooter.
There she goes. Drives in, up, underneath the basket. No good. Rebound, Scott. That was a really physical layup attempt, but it wasn't a bad shot at all from Davis. Scott with the ball, goes across to 24. She spots up from 3. In and out, rebound, Scott, number 35. The one we knew was going to get a bunch of offensive boards for him. Drives in, up off the backboard, no good, rebound 34. She goes up and in. They now have a 5-4 lead for the Highlanders. 2 minutes left. York with the ball in the front court. York gets it over to Rod. Very close play by Scott right here. Not wanting Rod to get loose because they saw what she could do in the JV game.
Yep.
Rod keeps her dribble. And called a 5-second because she was so close to her on the guard. So it was a turnover just because of how close they were. I could see that one.
Yeah.
They were counting. It was the near official counting it the whole time, just waiting. Burrows checks in for Hutchison. So you got Davis, Harold, Rod, York, and Burrows on the floor for the Lady Dragons. Into the corner, 34, thought about a 3, gets it back to 24. Bounce to 23, she drives in with a floater. No good, rebound York. York needs some help, gets it to Rod. Rod in the front court, going to get almost stolen, will be stolen.
They wolfed her on that.
They wolfed her, exactly. Near travel, up off the backboard, no good, rebound Rod. Good defense right there by Allie York coming in, making it a very good, hard contested shot. 4-3, in and out, rebound 34. She is the tallest player on that Highlander team. I'm surprised she doesn't get more rebounds. Inside to 4, guarded by Burrows. Rod's got it, tried to go for stolen by York. 45 seconds to go, down by 1. York gets it up to Rod with 38 seconds left. Rod tries to drive in, gets it over to the corner to Davis. 4-3, bang!
She loves those corner shots.
7-5 your score now with 30 seconds remaining, and Highlanders have the ball. Highlanders may be content with trying to hold for the last shot, pulling a Coach Lockhart.
Yeah,
we'll
Lockhart
see.
will hold it for 5 minutes if he can.
We've watched him do it. 20 seconds left, 15 seconds left, 2 with the ball over to 23, nearly stolen by Davis. She drives in with another floater, good. 9 seconds left, it's tied at 7. And Rod gets it up to Harrell. Harrell may go for the shot. She goes for 3 from York, a little bit long. So at the end of 1, our score is 7-7. We'll be right back with the second quarter here on Dragon Vision. Welcome back to Clinton Dragon Basketball here on Dragon Vision. Once again, I'm Matt Hagan with Chris Hicks.
Absolutely. It's a great game so far, 7-7, defensive showdown, and at the end of the quarter, they picked up the pace a lot.
Oh, yeah. It's still only 2 fouls called in that first quarter combined. Gamble, Burrows, Moody, Davis, and York on the floor, or Davis and Harrell on the floor.
Oh, wow.
Gamble tried to go for a wild layup, didn't get it, but they're going to call they did call a travel. I wasn't sure at first. I almost thought they were going to call a reach-in foul.
I thought they were going to as well. It could have gone either way, but
it could have. At least you and I are seeing the same thing.
Yeah.
But we're not on the floor. Gamble with the ball, inbounded from Moody. So once again, Gamble, Moody, Harrell, Davis, and Burrows on the floor for the Lady Dragons. Burrows with the ball now. I'm going to look forward to seeing her play in college as well. She's earned everything. Gets it over to Davis. Davis thought about a three, but backs out. 7:30 to go in this first half. Davis with it, stripped, picked up by the Lady Dragons. Good job, Harrell, with her good hands to get that. I almost thought it was a travel like you did. Gamble with it now. Dougherty trying to give her the play call. Lining in, double screen setups, gets around him, goes up, should have an easy basket, but too strong. Gamble, actually, that was Burrows who actually had the rebound, and the foul's going to be called on number 35. We knew she was going to be a force underneath the basket, but that's a good matchup between her and Burrows.
Yeah, they're gonna have to get them into some foul trouble, Scott County's big girls, because
and that was a good inbounds pass. Gamble to Moody. Moody for the basket. Lady Dragons lead by 2. 9-7 your score. 7 minutes left to go in the half. Like I said, we will continue to give you updates from all the games around the area as long as we can see them. 3 with the ball. Tries to drive in past Gamble. Gets it over to 2 by Davis. Davis giving her some separation so they're not starting the 5-second count yet. Over to 23. 23 drives in past Harrell. Nearly blocked up to 35 off the backboard and then tie game again. That is going to be a good matchup all day inside, 35 and Burrows.
Yep.
Both are even right now. Both have 2 points on the night. Davis with the ball back to Harrell, or back to Moody. Moody on the logo. Burrows trying to set up a screen. Moody not sure which way. She drives to the left side. Nearly loses it over to Davis. Davis with it now. She drives up underneath the basket. High off the backboard and in. Beautiful shot right there. Ashani Davis. I don't even know if it hit the backboard. She did a reverse underneath and it went straight up and in. Now 11-9 your score with 5:45 remaining in the first half. 23 with the ball. Gets it over to 2. 2 guarded by Davis. She's going to back out. Burrows trying to fight through a screen set by 35. Very physical play between Burrows and 35 right there. They're both elbowing each other for space.
Yeah.
Gets it at 23, guarded by Gamble.
Great switch right
That's
there.
3 by Gamble. Okay. High pass to 2. Davis picks up 2. She goes inside. Here's the big matchup, 35-4. 4 gets it, goes up, blocked by Moody. Good block and rebound by Josie Moody. Moody's probably one of the leaders on the team with her defense.
Yeah.
Let alone her scoring. Gets it to Davis in the corner. She drives up, high off the backboard. No good, but a foul. Davis will be at the line for a pair with 5 minutes left. Good physical game. That one is on 23, it looks like. That's the one who she's been guarding. It is her first, team second. Still a very clean game, but a very physical game.
I like that the refs are letting them play.
Davis makes the first. Yeah, the refs are letting them play. Mass substitutions coming in for both sides. You've got 2 coming in for them, and then you've got Harrell being replaced for York, and it looks...
Leander's probably going to get Shooter.
Yep, that's why she was about to go in, and York comes in instead. So let's see, York's out there. She makes it in, and there will be a sub. 4-point lead, largest lead of the night for either side.
Davis has had a great game so far.
Davis has both defense and offense. I'm very proud of Davis right now watching that. She took a couple of years off, but didn't lose anything. Deflected, last touched by Clinton. 4:59 remaining now. 24 to inbound. You got York, Harrell, Gamble, Leander, and Moody on the floor for the Lady Dragons. 24 gets up to 34. Wild one, but gets it to 24. She's going to come up to the front court. Lost the pass. That was it was a good idea, but the defense was much better for the Lady Dragons.
Yeah.
This is the Lady Dragons team we've tried to see all season.
Yeah, we know what they're capable of just because of last year. They didn't lose anybody last year, and they were blowing people out by 30, 40 points.
We may have lost one player due to an injury, but the team has stepped up without her, which is what we wanted. Burrows off the backboard and in.
Shot. She loves those fadeaway shots.
Oh, yeah, that was a great shot, and it was
great
her stolen to Moody. Moody gets it to York. 4-3. Little long rebound. Gamble fights for it. They're going to say last touch by Scott. Lady Dragon basketball, 4:26 remaining, up by 6. good defense right there by Gamble to knock it off the Scottt Highlander hand. Gets into Moody from York, over to Gamble. Gamble over to York. York thought about a three, bounce pass to Moody. Moody bounce pass to York. They're going to call a double, they're going to call a travel. I saw that as well. She's been catching it, doing a dribble, and then picks it back up. Doesn't realize that she needs to just keep going if she's going to dribble it.
Yeah, she loves those little hesitation moves.
They work most of the time, but not when you got a veteran officiating crew that watches for it. 35 with it, gets it back to 24. 24 gets into the front court, picked up by Moody. Into the corner, guarded by York, is number 3.
Looks like things are starting to get really physical out there.
Yeah, 35 against 4. She spots up from a deep 3 off the backboard. Rebound, Gamble. Gamble's got it, gets up to Moody. That was a physical rebound, too.
Yeah.
York's got it now. Bounce pass over to Leander. Leander thought about it. Gets it up to the top to Gamble. Gamble for a deep 3. I thought that was it.
I did, too. Just a little bit more power under it, she would have had it.
Just a little bit. 24 with it. Almost stolen by Leander. Bounce pass. They don't call a foul line.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I would not be surprised if that's either a technical or an intentional. I couldn't tell if that also could have been an intentional foul.
Yeah.
She did throw her down. Yes, we are Dragon Vision. Yes, we are for the Dragons, but that was a very physical discard. And the coach is trying to see if it's an intentional foul. That's what they're discussing right now. One thing I'm proud of seeing right there, Bailey Sexton, our athletic trainer.
She's great.
Probably the best, arguably one of the best trainers in this area. I'm going to move the camera so we don't see what they're working on. She is up, though. Now I'll move it back. Good to see her on her feet.
Yeah, she hit her head hard on the ground.
She did, and they're discussing whether this is an intentional. There's some fans calling for an ejection for Bailey.
Yeah.
I don't see the ejection.
I don't either.
I can see an intentional foul right there. But I don't see an ejection.
No.
They're going to call Bailey for a push and an intentional foul, which was what you and I both saw on that one. She wasn't tossed. So I will actually agree. I will agree with this call. That is a good call as long as she wasn't ejected. And the officials are discussing it with both coaches. It did seem like they're actually fairly civil discussions. There was a lot of contact between 34
I think what
and 4.
happened was
It was the discard afterwards.
Yeah, Bailey just got her off of her, and it just looked a lot
worse than it was.
Yeah.
But like I said, I can see it. At least she didn't get a toss.
Yeah.
First free throw's up and good. There will be 2 free throws and the ball for Scott.
And,
5. Go ahead.
It's going to be interesting the rest of the night now because we have Scott County crowd riled up and Bailey's upset.
Bailey's upset, and we never want to see Bailey upset.
No.
Right now it's a 5-point lead, and Scott had to be whistled to get back on the floor because they didn't call a timeout. It was actually a live ball. Inbounding it for Scott. They've got the ball now, trailing 15-10 with 3.5 minutes to go. We'll also give a shout out to the athletic department for Scott and the director of schools for allowing us to be up here. Scott's always treated us well in every sport we've been at, so we want to make sure we give them the proper courtesy as well here at Highlander Gymnasium. 24 guarded by 4.
And
guarded by Burrows.
the Clinton side's getting riled up now too.
Yep, we got 1 guarding 1. Now we got 3 guarding 13.
Oh,
a lot of similar numbers. Up, blocked Burrows, rebound 3. Good job, Bailey, on that clean block. Trying to hand it off. She's stuck into 24. Up
Great
high,
defense.
no good. Rebound, Gamble. Nice physical rebound by Gamble. Gamble's going to run it up. She may go coast to coast. She will try. Bounce pass to Burrows. Burrows, high, short. Rebound, 1 for Scott. Scott's got it now, trying to run up. 2:49 remaining. Gets tripped. She gets tripped, so a good foul called right there. That's the second team foul on Clinton.
And you could tell whenever Allie reached in that she made a face like the other team was going down.
She knew right away, but there's no arguing. That's one thing.
Yeah, you gotta love to see that, no arguing.
And even with that discussion on the intentional, all Alicia wanted to know was what was the intentional, but there was no real animated argument. 24 with the ball, guarded by Burrows. Gets over to 3 in the wing, guarded by York. Inside to 34, guarded by Moody. She's going to try to spin up to the wing to 24. Drives in, floater off the backboard, too long. Nice rebound. Gamble, really great defense, though, by the Lady Dragons, like you said, Chris.
I love the help defense.
There you go. Burrows thought about a fake 3. Gets into Moody off the backboard. Good.
There you go.
7-point lead, tied for the largest of the night. 17-10, 2 minutes to go.
Crazy to believe only 27 total points.
That is very crazy. And only 6 fouls called in this
Yeah.
half so far. 3 up, backboard, no good. Rebound, Gamble. I think that's Gamble's
Oh, they
fourth
got Moody
rebound.
down there.
Gamble's got it. She's going to drive in, up, a lot of contact.
And
Gets
a
called
foul.
for the block. Gamble will go to the line for a pair. Then very physical but very clean physical game. We want to make sure we reiterate that. A very clean physical game.
Yeah.
One little rough patch with Bailey, but no harm, no foul in the end. First free throw's up. Large lead of the night now by 8.
I think they've hit every single free throw so far, haven't they? Or they missed one?
I don't want to jinx it yet, but
Yeah.
yes, they have. Gamble's at the line. She's made 3 of them so far. Gamble and Moody have been at the line, and Davis. They're the
Yeah.
ones who have made all the free throws for the Lady Dragons. Let's
And
see it.
I'm sure that they know that they need to make these free throws because that's what killed them this last game. They
And
played
that's what
against them.
killed the boys against Anderson County
Yeah.
as well. Missed 14 free throws.
Yeah.
Trying to inbound the ball, gets over to 2. 2's looking, getting guarded by Harrell. Good guard right there by Harrell. Gets in the front court into the wing to 1. She spots up from 3. A little bit strong. Rebound 35. 35 high off the backboard. 34 over the back, but gets the rebound.
It's good to see
5 goes
back
up.
out
She
there.
gets fouled on the shot. I'm okay with that foul. That
Yeah.
was a clean. That was a good foul by the Lady Dragons. She's placed herself underneath, but she does keep 1 foot out of the paint
Yeah.
to keep from the violation. But we knew she was going to be an offensive board, offensive magnet for the rebounds, and she proved it right there, having 3.
Yeah, it
First
looks
one's
like
up and in.
Hutchinson's probably coming in for Bailey.
Let's see. She will come in for Bailey. That's smart. Bailey's got 2 fouls with a minute 36
Would it
left.
be 2 or 3? Because does it intentional count as a separate?
It counted as the same. It was
Okay.
the same foul. It was an intentional foul with that. It was a common plus intentional.
Yeah. Get Bailey a little break
Up
there before
and
halftime.
good. 19-12 is the score. 7-point lead. Harold the inbound. Bounce pass to Gamble. Gamble's going to run it. She gets around
got
the
numbers.
outside. She's got numbers. Oh, she gets fouled. Little.
They
Did
call
she
it-
get fouled? They call
called
it travel or a
they call it
charge?
block.
Oh, they did call the block. Okay. By the way I heard that, the
Yeah.
crowd, I couldn't tell if it was on Clinton or not. I thought it would have been a shooting foul right there.
I did too.
But I guess they said she was just driving and never actually in the act of shooting. But that's 14 foul on Scott. So any more fouls and it's free throws remaining. Gamble's trying to inbound it. Gets a high inbound into Davis. Gamble.
Oh, wow.
Davis gets it tipped into the backcourt. She goes around.
playing
Nice
rough.
defense. Nice run right there, Davis. To the corner to Gamble. Or up to Gamble now. Gamble, Davis, Harrell, Hutchison, and
There comes for a
Leander.
double team.
Double team gets it through. Gets through 2 of them. Into the corner to Leander. Leander gets her off her feet. Up for 2. She's a little bit short. Rebound 34. Nice little offense right there by Leander to get through 2. Gamble with the steal. Gamble's got it now. She's going to run it. Spots up. Deep 3 off the backboard. No good. Hutchinson almost with a rebound, but 24 gets it. Less than a minute to go.
they got someone wide
23
open
into
down
34 off the backboard and in. 5-point lead now for the Lady Dragons.
Oh,
Full
what a
court
throw.
heave to Harrell. Quarterback to wide receiver. Harrell tried to get it to Hutchins. Going to be
I love the idea.
caught by Scott. Stolen. Davis. It was last touch.
Good deal. It should be
Who
Clinton
they
Ball.
called it for? They haven't signaled it. It should be Clinton Ball. They're going to give it to Scott, though. They're going to say she never actually touched it.
I guess she didn't make it on time.
36 seconds left. 19-14 here at Highlander Stadium. 24 has the ball for Scott. Inbounds it to 23. They may take the last shot. We'll see if they pull a Lockard and try to hold it for the last 30 seconds. Gets across in the front court. 30 seconds left. Harrell with some very strong defense right there.
Yeah, I love to see
Tries
that.
to get in under York's hands. Goes up 4-3. Little strong rebound goes to York. York with it now. Almost stolen. It will be stolen. 2-on-1.
Great
23 goes
defense.
up. Double. I can see the
Yeah.
foul right there. That was a clean foul. She will go to the line for a pair to try to pull within 3. Depends on who it's called. It's called on Gamble. Should be her first, team 4th.
Yeah, it looks like Jay Lee Rod's going to come in for Gamble. Give her a little rest before halftime.
First one's up and good. They actually say that is the second foul for Gamble. But still a very clean game. Only 10 fouls between the two teams. Both had 1 in the first quarter. Both have 4 in the second quarter. This type of game this is the game that they want to see. Next is up, and it's a 3-point lead, 19-16. Lady Dragons might have the ball for the last one. Moody's going to try to get around 2. Moody gets it deflected and out of bounds. With 8.5 seconds left, it's a 3-point game. York's going to inbound it. Moody's in the backcourt and retrieves the inbound. Last shot going to come from the Lady Dragons. Moody gets it to York. York spots up. Deep 3. Bang! Buzzer beater 3 gives the Lady Dragons a 6-point lead as we go to half, 22-16. What are a couple comments you want to say before we go for our halftime break?
Yeah, a couple comments. It's been a fairly clean game. The refs are letting them play. It's good to see. And it's just awesome to see a district match like this, a close game. It's good to see.
It's a very good game to see. We're going to take about a 5-6 minute break in this halftime. We'll be back on Dragon Vision. You're going to listen to the sounds of the Scottt Highlander Gymnasium. Welcome back to Clinton Lady Dragon basketball here on Dragon Vision. Once again, my name's Matt Hagan alongside Chris Hicks, coming to you live from Highlander Stadium on a very good night for Clinton Lady Dragon basketball so far.
I want to give a quick shout out to the Clinton Dragons dance team and cheer team. The dance team goes to nationals, I think you said next week?
No, this coming week.
Okay, yeah, the dance team goes, and then the week after that, February 6th, is whenever the cheer team goes. They go down to nationals. They're going to Disney. So instead of being at school, they're going to be at Disney while everybody else is at school. So
while we're all freezing, they get to go deserve the luxury of Florida as long as the snow has melted by then.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a luxury right now. They got more snow than what we did so far.
Yeah, also we want to give a shout out. Half court contest here at Scott.
Yeah.
This kid, I'm not trying to put him down, probably no more than about 12 years old, took 5 attempts and nailed a half court heave.
Yeah, you don't even see that in the NBA.
He was never even far off. All of them were off the backboard and the rim.
Yep.
But that last one didn't even touch. It was just it was straight through, nothing but net.
Yeah, it looked like Steph Curry out there with how smooth it was.
So I like that about Scott. They gave everyone a chance. We saw Coach Dougherty's son and daughter go out there and try to make it. And it was just it was a good thing for the cheer team to get their money as well. That was a good little fundraiser for them. Now, as we get ready to start the third quarter, your score, Lady Dragons lead by 6, 22-16, but it will be Highlander ball due to the alternate possession arrow.
You can tell we're in Scott County with the music that they play.
Yeah, but their music is good. We got to give
very
them,
good.
just like when you do the DJing with Coach Hammock. That's a great atmosphere over at Dragon Stadium too.
Yeah, I love the songs that they play that gets the crowd involved.
And we have not been to really a school yet where there's not been a good crowd.
Yeah.
Not been good atmosphere. May have been physical games, but always been very good atmosphere, including Oak Ridge. That was a great atmosphere for the rivalry.
Yeah.
23 to the corner for 3, long 3, a little bit bounces around and goes in. That was a good shot right there from Scott. I think that is their first 3 of the night. Moody with the ball, gets it to the corner to Harrell. I thought she was going to go for 3, but no, Moody will pull it from 3. Bang!
Back up to 6.
25-19 here at Highlander Stadium. Your Lady Dragons with the lead. And this, once again, is a battle for first place in the district. Both teams have 1 loss in district play. Highlanders got it. The handoff to 23, guarded by Harrell. Gets through the screen, bounce pass into 35. Last touch by Clinton. Good little good hands right there by Allie York, I think it was, to knock that ball away. Allie York, she's probably about half the size of 35, but was able to fight her way through. 23 gets it to inbound. Hasn't inbounded yet. 5 seconds. Does call the 5 seconds. I knew that was close. Alicia knew it too. She was calling for it early. Turnover for the Lady Highlanders. Gets it to the Lady Dragons. Moody, Gamble, Burrows, York, and Harrell on the floor for the Lady Dragons. Harrell gets it in the corner. Thought about a 3, gets it back to Gamble. Gamble drives in. She's going to try to go all the way. Blocked, rebound, Scott. And last touch by Allie York.
Clinton ball. It was out by Scott.
I thought Allie tipped it off her. It looked like Allie was the last one to touch it, but good eyes right there by you. Good eyes by the officials. Very good officiated game tonight, too. We got to give them the credit for this. There's been nothing controversial called tonight.
No.
6.5 minutes left. Gamble into Moody off the backboard and in.
Great pass.
8-point lead, largest lead of the night for the Lady Dragons. 27-19 here, about 2 minutes into the third quarter. 23 with the ball, guarded by Harrell. Screen by 34. Tries to get around the screen, but Harrell sticks with her. She goes up high off the side of the board. Rebound, 34. 34 trying to find someone to get it to. Goes high off the backboard herself. No good. Rebound, 35 off the end. I will give 35 credit. That was a very good one, and a quick timeout is called by Scott for 30 seconds. We're going to take a quick timeout with them here on Dragon Vision. Welcome back to Clinton Lady Dragon basketball here on Dragon Vision. Lady Dragons with the ball, up by 6, 27-21. Gamble with the ball from Moody. Just an update from Gibbs. Actually, we'll do this first. Moody gets blocked, recovered by Scott. Update from Gibbs. Lady Mavericks lead Gibbs by 15 at the end of 3. 34 goes up, makes it a 4-point game. 27-23. Lady Highlanders on a 4-0 run here in the third. Gamble gets it to York, back to Moody at the top of the circle. Moody gets around the screen, set by Burrows, up short, rebound, goes to Scott. No, tie. Jump ball should be Clinton Lady Dragon basketball.
Yep.
It is. 5:18 remaining, up by 4. York, Burrows, Moody, Gamble, and Harrell on the floor for the Lady Dragons. Inbound to Moody. Moody high, got hit, no call. Rebound goes to Scott. Gets it 24. She's going to go in the front court. Gets it to 3 in the wing. Bounce pass into 35. Last touch by Burrows. Good defense right there. Burrows ran in. It was going to be an easy layup for 35, but she knocks it away. I love the atmosphere here, especially with how close the fans are on the sides and the way the underneath the baskets are set up. Almost, they do call another 5-second turnover.
That's awesome.
Great defense. Coach Dougherty has got this defense one of the best it's been all season.
Yeah, she's keeping the fresh legs in, so it's good to see.
Fresh legs in and strong defense.
We have a good crowd here tonight for the Dragons.
Very good crowd here for the Dragons. Double dribble, yeah, but she knew it too. She didn't argue that one either. It's one thing I like about Moody. She knows if she makes a mistake, she will own her own mistake.
Yep. But if she knows that she didn't make a mistake, she knows that she didn't do it.
But she'll ask, but she won't argue.
Yeah, and that's what I like about her.
And the refs like that too. You're not trying to show them up. You're just asking, what did I do wrong? 3 from 3 makes it 1-point game.
Wow.
7-0 run right now here for the Highlanders.
This is what happened last week.
It is what happened. Into Moody. Moody's going to go high. She's hit, but makes the basket. 29-26. They are letting them play here about halfway through the third quarter. No team fouls on either side. They are letting them play. That's a double dribble, but she got lucky. Strip, but she recovers it. 23 with it. She drives in high. She's going to get fouled. No basket. Good foul right there, not to let her have that basket, but she will go to the line for a pair. As soon as I say no team fouls, the first team foul happens.
Yep.
And it is on Harrell. Her first, team first of the quarter. First free throws up, too short. 29-26, 4:15 remaining in the third quarter, and Leander checks in for Harrell. Leander, a big improvement from early this season. Second one's up and good. 2-point game. Lady Dragons with the lead, 29-27, 4 minutes left to go in the third. After this, we will bring up the boys' game between the Dragons and the Highlanders. Gamble with the ball. Backs back out, gets it to Moody on the logo. Moody with it now. She's going to try to drive into Gamble. Gamble's going to drive in, but back out. Gamble tries to go in, pass him into Moody. Moody off her foot, stolen by Highlanders. Double team, trying to get it stripped, but Highlanders pick it up. She's trying to get it up to the front court, does before the 10 seconds. Into 35, high, backboard tie game. Tie game at 29. 7-2 run, or 9-2 run, excuse me. Sorry, 10-2 run by the Highlanders. Makes it a tie game because we were up by 8.
Yeah.
Moody with it, handoff to Gamble. Gamble thought about a 3, gets it back to Moody. Moody drives in. Moody gets it stripped, 23, 2-on-1. Lady Dragons with numbers. Tries to get around, blocked, but they're going to call a foul on the block on Gamble. With 3:15 remaining, she'll go to the line for a pair.
Addie's letting her emotions get the best of her right now.
She is, and she knows it too. You can tell she's walking back. It's her third.
Yeah,
she's got to be careful. She's only got 5. You only get 5 fouls in high school.
Yeah.
Short. Substitutions, Davis for Gamble. I agree. I like this substitution.
I do too.
Gamble's got to calm down. When they start thinking too much like that, they start messing up. Yep. They're down by 1. This is the first time they've had the lead, Scott, that is, since the second quarter. Actually, I think it's the first quarter. Moody over to Burrows. Moody, Burrows, Leander, Davis, and York.
Oh, you got Burrows and 35 down there.
That's going to be a good battle all
Yeah.
night. Davis with it now. Gets it back to Moody. Down by 1, 2:51 remaining in the quarter. Burrows gets it in
Great
to
pass.
York.
Oh.
Oh, York had a good layup right there. And you see the student section now showing up for Scott.
Yeah.
Over to Davis.
And I
Davis
like what
gets
they
her off.
do.
She drives in. Up, high, backboard, no good. Rebound, Burrows.
rebound.
Burrows gets fouled on the shots.
I like what Scott County does too. If their students, if they show up dressed up in their
Their
theme
pink.
for the night, it's free.
Yes.
Students get it for free. I like that.
Yeah, that is a great one. And I like they're also wearing the pink nights.
Yep.
I don't know if that was the student section night. I don't know if it's a cancer awareness night, but good for them.
Yeah.
I like seeing this. I don't care what sport it is. Burrows looking to tie it with the first free throw. Good. Tied at 32-33 remaining in the quarter. This game, like we said before we went on air, this game will go down to the wire.
Yep.
The winner will be the 1 seed for now. Second one's in. Friendly roll right there here
Yeah,
at the Highlander
needed that one.
Gymnasium. But yeah, the winner will be the 1 seed, and Clinton will have 4 district games remaining. Scott will actually have 3 district games remaining.
Yeah, and 2 district games are next week.
Yeah, actually, our next 3 games are the last 3. And almost stolen by Davis. 23 in, off high, off backboard, no good. Rebound, Moody. Good fight right there, stolen. They're going to call it travel.
Oh, wow.
I'm not so sure about that
No,
travel.
that was a jump ball.
That was a jump, and that's what Alicia was trying to argue, but you don't see a really bad argument going on. I'm
No.
okay. If they're not going to argue it, neither will we. 24 to inbound. She gets it in, steps on the line. Is that a foul called on Clinton?
No, just out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Okay, it was touched by York. 2:11 to go. Oh, okay. This time we'll give a shoe timeout to
Yeah.
Ellie Leander.
Love whenever the refs point that out.
I do too, and then that was one of my favorite things to call when I first started with the Blaze. We tried to figure out how many times were the shoes going to be tied during the game. We gotta do a little bit of a joke every once in a while, but
Yeah.
into the backcourt goes 23, guarded by Davis. Davis with it. She's gonna try to drive past Davis. Does. High off the backboard, no good.
Good defense.
Oh, okay. Good defense, rebound by Moody. I wasn't sure. I thought Burrows was gonna go coast to coast, blocked, and the foul. Big
good.
basket right there, and the foul.
Wait, did they call a charge or a
No,
block?
they call that block. And at the line for the old-fashioned three-point play goes Josie Moody. And it was on 35. Her 4th.
Oh, wow.
She has 4. She's sitting now.
Yeah, that's what they need to do is get her and 34 in foul trouble.
And the old-fashioned three-point play, no good, but gets her own rebound. That's not a foul on Moody. That should not be a foul on Moody. I think they actually called a foul on 3. That should not be a foul on Moody, though.
No.
But Moody was fighting for it, and she had Moody on the arm when she was fighting for it. We saw it right here. They're going to talk about it. Are they going to call a foul on Moody? They call a technical on Moody. No way. That was a technical.
No, that was nothing.
And Alicia's doing the same thing. There was no
Alicia's got to be
technical.
careful. She might get a technical,
But
too, because of who.
she's trying to calmly ask about it, and the ref is telling her to back up.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Yeah. So they're going to go the other side to shoot 2 free throws, and
you can see Josh Reed over here in the bench trying to keep everything calm.
And we also have the superintendent of schools for Scott over here on our side.
Yeah.
And the ref is, and now they're trying to have a discussion. He didn't just go away from her. First free throw's up and good. 33-31.
I think the ref is just trying to get everything settled over there at the score
And
table.
that is I will commend him for that. At least he didn't just let it try to get out of hand. She misses the second. And they're trying to say it's Clinton ball. No.
If it's a technical, it should be
their
Scott County.
ball. They say it was on a dead ball. That's why it's Scott's ball. Clinton actually had possession, but they called it a dead ball instead. So it is Scott ball. 1:53 remaining. 24 to the backcourt to 23. Clock will start. High over to the corner, or to the wing. Wing's got it, wearing number 2.
Got 34 pushing Josie Moody around.
And that's been happening all night.
Yeah.
Bounce pass in to 24. Guarded by Davis. Davis has some very good defense. York now on 34. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
York is on 34. Don't care about the size. She goes around. High, blocked by Burrows. Rebound Burrows, gets
Good
out to
save.
Moody. Moody 2
We got
on 1,
numbers.
3 on 1 now. Moody thought about it. Last touch should be Clinton Ball. Should be Clinton Ball.
Clinton Ball.
And the ref closest to it won't say it. That should be Clinton Ball. He's trying to see if they had a better view. You were right there with the ball, though.
Yeah.
Black ball. There they go. They do call it black ball.
Timeout, Clinton.
They didn't call time. I didn't see a timeout.
I think that they signaled for a timeout.
They'd say. I heard them calling black ball right there. I don't see a. They call it. They call it technical or something. I don't. Oh,
No.
there's what I think there may be liquid on the ground. And they're looking for a towel.
So it must be a ref timeout.
Yeah, it was a timeout by the near official. And there's a paper towel. The assistant coach for the Lady Dragons finds a paper towel. I think water may have spilled from the bench. But that's also what happens when you have such a close bench
Yep.
to the score. It can happen at any point. And I don't know how it got there. It could be water from the drinks and stuff.
Yeah.
I think a water bottle. If I'm reading lips right, they're saying it was a water bottle. Got a little bit on there, which, like you said,
Accidents happen.
they're less than a foot from the court, so it's
Yeah.
going to happen. But it will be Lady Dragon basketball. 78 seconds remaining in the third.
Love to see Mr. Reed over there helping out as much as he can. Keep the game going.
Mr. Reed, fantastic athletic director.
Yes.
There's the inbound coming in. Gets it into Burrows. Burrows up to the top to Leander. Leander's going to drive in, gets it to Moody. Moody's going to drive, hand off to Burrows. Burrows over to York. 1:10 left to go in the third. York's going to drive in, trying to get it, gets over to Moody. Moody drives now. Past the screen for Burrows. Up,
Great
backboard
drive.
basket. 4-point lead for the Lady Dragons after Scott had taken the lead. Scott had tied the game. Lady Dragons retake the lead. Scott with it. 50 seconds to go in this third quarter. Down by 4. A lot of contact. She gets an open look at the basket. No good. Rebound goes to Scott. She's going to go up, bounce past the 34 into the corner to 2. High for 3. No good. Rebound. Burrows. Burrows gets it to York. 35 seconds left.
Great closeout by York on that.
Nice closeout by York. You're right on that one. I'll give that one. York's got it now. They're going to slow down the pace just a little bit. Tries to get around. Thought about 3. She drives in, gets it over to Davis.
She had an
Davis
open
with
lane.
it. She should get it back. Stripped, stolen. 23 with the ball. 18 seconds left. She's going to think about driving in. Wildly.
Great defense.
Great defense, but the
Better
basket's even
offense.
better. Better offense, but the Lady Dragons will have a chance for the last score of the game. Or quarter, not anymore.
Scott ball.
5 seconds left. Scott will have a chance to tie or take the lead. Scott will do a side out.
They got 35
35-33.
in.
35 comes back in. It's also going to be the last possession unless there's an offensive foul. I can see that. That's actually not a bad call.
Yeah, I mean,
23's got it into the front court with 3 seconds left. 2 seconds. 1. Drives. Backboard. They're going to call a foul.
Wow.
No, 0.7 seconds left. They're going to call a shooting foul on Allie York. That's her second, team third. Clinton will have a chance for a last second heave if that's a shooting foul. It is not a shooting foul, though. It is not a shooting foul. They are going to inbound it, it looks like. So they will have to go for a heave. 1 second left to go, down by 2.
Grab and shoot on this.
It's
for
got to
Scott.
be. 23's looking to inbound. She's almost lost it again. 5 seconds. Gets it up to 24. She gets a 3 in time, but too short. So after 3, your score, Lady Dragons 35, Lady Highlanders 33. We're going to take a quick break and bring you fourth quarter action on Dragon Vision. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action here on Dragon Vision. Lady Dragons 35, Lady Highlanders 33. 8 minutes left in regulation. And Lady Dragon basketball here as the clock starts with Gamble at the ball.
Got the starting 5 out there.
Gamble, Moody, Burrows, Harrell, and York. Moody with the ball now to the corner to Harrell. Harrell back to Gamble. Gamble thought about a 3 but pulls it down. A lot of passing. York for a deep 3. Little long. Good defense. Good rebound by Harrell. Last touch should be by, yes, last touch by the Lady Highlanders. That was a long 3, but great defense by Harrell to keep the ball. York to inbound. York to Burrows. Burrows spots up. Deep 2, no good. Rebound 34. Remember, 35 for Scott has 4 fouls, but she's not on the floor. Good try right there. That was a good heave. Good try for the save, but a steal for the Lady Dragons. York with the steal. York inside. Gets it to Gamble.
Right there. She would have went up for it.
She
right
did.
They reset it right there.
Yep, 7:20 to go. I think they're trying to take a little bit of time off because every time they don't, we know the video is freezing. It's the signal here at Highlander Stadium. Nothing we can do about that. But we hope you can still hear us at least. Moody, high, backboard, no good. Rebound goes to Scott. Gets past the double team, triple team actually. No fouls, good. Bounce pass over to the corner for the lead, no good. Rebound, Scott. It was last touch by York, but Scott got the rebound. Up top of the circle is 24, 6:47 remaining.
Got quiet in here.
It got very quiet in here with that one. Inside to 23. 23 up. Blocked! But a foul on Moody.
Will that be her third or fourth?
I think that'll be her third, actually, but we're going to wait and look at the scoreboard to see. Her second.
Her second, okay.
Because remember, the intentional was her, or the tech was her first.
Okay.
Neither of us knew that, but we can't keep up with stats while we're doing this perfectly.
Right.
We will give one good shout out. He's listening at home. We're not Jim Harris. Jim Harris can do it all. First one's up, first one's good. 1 point game here, 1:30 into the fourth quarter. We knew this was going to come down to the wire. Battle for first place in the district. Second one's up, tie game. 35 all here at Highlander Stadium. And an update in the fourth quarter, the Mavericks are up 13 on Gibbs. At Gibbs, Harrell with it into Gamble. Gamble up, fouled in the back, and will go to the line for a pair of 6:27 remaining.
I wish we had a student section here to chant that you can't do that as well.
We do have some students here. They're sitting on the opposite side. I see a lot of the football players here. I see Ryan Jones, Kason Hendricks, and Caden Hodgins. I've seen Jackson Harrell here as well. First one's up. Gamble gives the Lady Dragons the lead. 36-35 here in the fourth quarter. This game will also be uploaded afterwards as a look live so you can see what we see. Second one's up and good. Lady Dragons by 2. Timeout called, I think, by Scott. Yes, 30-second timeout by Scott. We got 6:27 remaining. What are you looking forward to in the rest of this game, Chris?
I'm looking forward to the physicality and trying to keep it a clean game without fouling. But hopefully Clinton can get fouled because they've done good on their free throws tonight.
We have. We may have missed one, if that, tonight.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know if we actually did. Looking at the score at Gibbs High School, the Lady Mavericks lead 58-45. A much closer game than the first time they played.
Last time they played, Anderson County beat them by 40.
I think it was 40.
Yeah.
And they're actually broadcasting the game from the same area where I would broadcast the game, on the corner, a little further down than we are right now. But that's not a bad thing. They do great. Mav Media has done a great job with Anderson County getting their name out. Yes, we are Dragon Vision, but we want to give shout-outs where they're deserved.
So you got John Williams and Brandon Lambert over there, right?
And John and Brandon, they are Mavs, but they are supporters. Every time we show up there, they treat us with respect. We treat them with respect. Into the corner, 4-3, blocked by Gamble. Rebound goes to 34. She gets it to the top to 24. She drives in, bounce pass to 4. 4 thought about 3, gets around Gamble, loses control, stolen by Moody. Moody on a breakaway, 2-on-1. Gets it, last touch, should be Clinton ball. It is Clinton ball. Good defense, though, off that steal. Very good defense. This has been a defensive game.
Yeah.
35's checking in for Scott. She has 4 fouls.
That's
We want to make sure we mention it.
Alicia's got to go after her. We got to give it to Bailey and try to draw the foul on that.
They've been battling it out all night. Into Harrell.
There
Harrell
we go.
into Bailey. You called it. Will she go for it? No. She'll give it to York in the wing. York drives in. Spin move back to Burrows. Burrows for a deep three. Little long rebound.
It should
Last
be
touch by
Clinton Ball.
Scott. Yeah, I know. We both wanted to say Anderson County on that one. Okay, and it's not Scott County. We want to make sure we know it is Scott High School.
Yeah.
Got to give them credit here at Highlander Stadium. Moody, 4-2 off the backboard and in.
Shot.
Moody has been a big asset to this team. She's always been, but she's been even bigger since Lady went down with her injury. Every Lady Dragon has stepped up. Moody stepped up huge.
Now, Landy got hurt in the Scott County game, didn't she?
She did
I
early
thought
on,
so.
like the first quarter, underneath her own basket, going for a layup.
She just stopped, and it was just a
Freak
freak
accident.
accident. It happens.
34's got the ball. Up 4-2. No good. Rebound 35. Up. She gets the basket.
She's down.
She's down 2. They're going to call. They should call a whistle. There you go. I agree. I would call a whistle on that as well.
Yeah.
You've got to check on her, and she's holding her knee. We don't wish the worst for her, but we are actually going to take a quick break. We're leaving the camera where it's angled so you don't see what happened here on Dragon Vision. We're back. Want to give a big round of applause to number 35. That was a scary injury under the basket, but she was, with the help of who we believe is her father, she was able to get off. And also a shout out Bailey Sexton, our athletic trainer, sprinted down the court and checked on her and made sure she was okay.
Yep. Bailey's always the first one out there, no matter if it's the opposing team or our team.
So we always got to give her a shout out, but it is Lady Dragon basketball up by 2. 5 minutes left in regulation. We say regulation because this has been a close game all day. Gamble with the ball. Drives in back to York. York doing a lot of passing, trying to waste as much clock as they can.
Yeah,
Gamble into Moody. Moody over the corner to Harrell. 4-3. Bang!
Sharpshooter Harrell.
Sharpshooter Harrell gives the Lady Dragons a 5-point lead. 23 with the ball for Scott. Over to 4. 4 guarded by Burrows. Into 23. Last touch, Gamble. Gamble's got it, though, with the save. Strip and save, Gamble. She's going to walk it up. Closing in on 4.5 minutes left to go in this game. Regulation, that is. York with it back to Gamble. Lady Dragons expanding the lead, looking to make it a possible 3-possession game.
Oh, that was a close walk.
That was very close. Gamble with it again, over to York. Back to Gamble. They're letting the clock go.
Yeah, they're
over to
pulling the
Harrell.
locker.
This is exactly what they want to do. They are pulling the locker. Harrell hands off to Gamble. Gamble almost out of frame, but she's on the logo. Driving around. Backs it back out. Already 30 seconds taken off since they took the ball. 4 minutes left. Clapping going on. Good job by their student section. Always being active. Burrow sets a screen. Gets it from Gamble. Gamble stolen, no.
34 is just too tall.
23. Burrow tried to get it inside. 23 with it now. Trying to make it a 1-possession game. To the corner. 4-3. Good. 2-point game, 42-40. Gamble's going to walk it up. 3.5 minutes left, and Coach Dougherty calls a timeout with 3:31 remaining. We're going to take the timeout with them here on Dragon Vision. Welcome back. 3:31 remaining. Lady Dragons up 42-40. Once again, we want to thank everybody who's watched. We've had over 160 viewers tonight so far. We know the video is laggy, but it's the cell service here at Highlander Stadium. Nothing wrong with that. We will update the game as we go on. Burrows gets it inside to Moody. Moody gets around the double team off the backboard. No good. Rebound, Burrows. Burrows fouled on the shot and will go to the line for a pair. 3:17 remaining, looking to give the Lady Dragons a possible 2-possession lead. I think these will be the first free throw attempts from Burrows tonight, if I'm not mistaken. And
first free throw
missed of the night, we believe. There may have been one more, I'm not sure. Burrows at the line trying to make this a 3-point game. 42-40, will she do it? Second one's up and short. Rebound goes to Scott.
We needed those.
Scott with the ball now. 3:14 remaining, down by 2 with a chance to take the lead or tie. 3 minutes left. 23's got the ball into the wing to 24. Back to 23. 23 drives in, gets up, fouled and makes the basket to tie the game. With 3 minutes left, we're back all square.
We knew it was going to come down to the wire.
Update from Gibbs. Lady Mavericks now lead 59-51. Gibbs making a massive comeback. Down by 19 at half. I don't know because Mav Vision doesn't have that up. And they now take the lead at Scott by 1. Lady Dragons down 43-42. 3 minutes to go. Anybody's game. It could come down to who has the ball last.
Yep. They just need
to gamble.
Collect themselves a little bit. It's been a physical
Very physical couple minutes. Gamble over to York. Deep
open.
3. Little short. Rebound goes to Burrows. 4-2 off the backboard. Bounce. No good. Rebound Scott. Scott with a 1-point lead. 2:35 remaining. Scott's going physical game right now. She's going to drive in strip, but they're going to call a foul again. Foul was called by the far official, but on there it's actually called inside. It's on Gamble. Gamble's, I think it's her fourth. It is her fourth. 2:31 left. Go to the line for a pair, trying to make this a 2 or 3 point lead. First one's up, first one's good. 44-42. First lead they've had since the second quarter. Second one's up and good. 3 point lead. Lady Dragons have to get something going. They've been scoreless in the last 3 possessions. Moody with the ball over to York. York thought about a 3, gets it back to Moody. Moody's going to drive. Gets it to York. She couldn't get the drive in. York's going to think about driving. She backs it back out. 2:15 remaining. Bounce pass to Burrows. Burrows with it now. She gets it back top to York. York to Gamble. Gamble's going to drive. She's not afraid. Long on there. High pass. Last touch by Scott. Lady Dragon basketball. 2:02 remaining. Alicia does call a timeout. And while that's going on, another update from Gibbs. Lady Mavericks now up by 10. Make that 12 with that last basket. Lady Mavericks look like they're going to win, but it's a lot closer game than everyone anticipated up there.
Yep, that's what is needed there for Gibbs.
But as this game goes on, we're also going to give you updates to the boys game, because not only is this a battle for first, if the Dragons are to win tonight and Gibbs beats Anderson County, there will be a tie for first between Clinton and Anderson County. Anderson County right now with the nod over head-to-head.
Yep. A lot will come into play coming up the next week or two, too.
And they will come back. February 7th will be the last time they play. It's the last district game of the year for the Dragons, too. That would be a fantastic way to end the district, to see who would be the 1 seed, because the tournament this year is at Union County.
Yeah.
Last year it was up here at Scott County.
I hated being here last year.
You were here. I was not on that game, so I know what you're talking about. I was actually with the baseball team. We were at David Crockett, and the baseball team had a very good game. Final score at that game was like 8-9 in that scrimmage.
All I can say with last year's championship game for the guys was
brutal. Yeah, a brutal shot clock. Gamble with the ball in the backcourt. 2 minutes left, down by 3. Gets it to Burrows. Burrows with the ball now. Burrows to York. York drives. Fouled, but blocked, saved. Oh! But they're going to say it's still Lady Dragon basketball. I thought it was saved, but they said she crossed the line before
Yeah.
she saved it. That would have been a basket for Gamble and a 1-point game. Still Lady Dragon basketball, though. York into the corner to Harrell. Deep three.
No,
Little
that's
long
left.
rebound. Scott. Scott's going to try to back it around. She's going to get past York. Gamble tried to get it stolen from her. And
wow.
she travels. Lady Dragon basketball, 1:39 remaining.
She might be hurt. She's slow to get up.
She's slow to get up, but she does get up. You can tell she's sore
flicked
on
her
that
knee
one.
one.
And the coach sees it too. He's going to get her subbed in.
Oh,
35.
back.
Let's give her a
Glad
good
to see
job.
she's back in.
She's
She's
a little limp, and she has 4 fouls, but it is great to see her back on the court. That was a scary looking injury, but I'm proud to see her back on the court.
Alicia's going to try to.
One's got it. One to Burrows. Burrows in to Moody. Backboard. Foul on the shot. Moody will go to the line to try to make this a 1-point game. On 23. That is her second, team third. Both teams with 3 fouls. Moody at the line for a pair. First one's up. Short. And a substitution comes in. Leander's going to come in. And
Coming in for
Sydney
Harrell.
Harrell. Leander, some of the best defense we've seen on this team. Trying to make this a 2-point game. Basket, free throws up, good. 45-43, 35 into 23. 35 is going to take her a while to get up the court with that knee issue. You could tell.
Yeah.
She's in the front court. Good for her. She gets the ball from beyond the arc. I thought she was going to pull it for a second. She looked like it. Gets it back. They're going to waste clock like we were trying to do. Hand off to 23. She drives in. She charges. No, basket. 35 with the putback. No good.
Over the back.
Over the back. They do call it. They do call the over the back. Lady Dragons down by 2.
35's in some pain. She's grimacing
She is.
down here.
Sub in Harrell for Leander. Offense for defense for the Lady Dragons. I like that call by Doherty. Gamble with the ball. Gamble's going to come up front court. Timeout call by the Lady Dragons. 1:03 to go. We will stay right here. 63 seconds left. What are you looking for right here? What do you want to see coming out of this timeout?
I just want to see the Dragons push the ball and play their offense instead of just wasting clock, because I think that's what has hurt them the past couple minutes is they just tried to pass the ball around and they weren't playing their style of basketball.
Right. And the Lady Dragons had a great game. We knew this was going to be close.
Yep.
We knew this was going to be a fight. The game's still going on in Gibbs as well. They started 30 minutes after we did, or before we did, and it's 63-53.
Wow.
Mavericks over the Lady Eagles. But this has been a very good game. Any more fouls by Scott and Clinton shoots free throws. We got to say that. They have 14 fouls. Because of that offensive foul just then, that's the 4th team foul.
Clinton only has 1 timeout left while Scott has 3. That's going to be pivotal.
I'm okay with that. Scott will use their timeouts, but Clinton, if they can go in, not against 34, she only has 1 foul, but if they can go in on 35, who's against Bailey, they could foul her out, and that's what's helped Clinton.
What I think would help is I'm putting Josie on 35, because Josie's going to go straight up and draw that foul.
She is. Gamble to Burrows. Burrows into Moody. Moody up high. No good. Rebound. Last touch should be Clinton. No. Last touch by Scott. 54 seconds left. Full court press as Leander checks in for Harrell. We have got him on 2 5-second calls already today.
Yeah.
See if we can do it again. No, she gets into 2. 2 back to 35. They can pressure 35.
Because 35 can't move
and
too well.
Timeout. Good timeout by Scott. We will give that one to them too. You called that out. They had 3 timeouts. They have 2 left now.
Yeah, that's going to come in handy for them.
That's what we need to do. Clinton needs to guard 35. If we can keep her with the ball, they will have to use all their timeouts because she can't move right now. That's nothing against her. She took a hard fall.
It's just strategy by Clinton.
I'm just impressed that she's back on the court. The way she went down and barely had pressure on her foot, I'm impressed. To me, the way she did that, arguably she is on Scott's version my player of the game just for her mentality and the way she plays. Yes, we are Dragon Vision. Yes, we are for the Lady Dragons, but you've got to give credit where credit's due.
Absolutely. Because it shows she's got a lot of heart and determination down there.
And she was the first one to stand up out of the timeout.
Yeah. At 23, she looks like she's coming in too.
She's back on the floor. You can tell she's hobbled. She can't run as fast as she should.
Yeah.
You can see it on the screen, but now she is inbounding. That's the smartest thing for her.
Yep.
Because if she's out there, they can double click.
Oh,
they
they're
can
doing
double
a
check
little
her.
Kansas City Chiefs offense out here.
Gets to 23. She's trying to find something over to 24. There she goes.
They don't want
back
to
to
give it to
23,
35.
but they're keeping her back there. 3 in the front court. They've got a foul if they can't get the trap. To 24. 24 gets fouled by Gamble. That's Gamble's
5.
fifth. Gamble is out of the game.
Wanted to foul.
Yeah, Gamble's out, and Harrell's going to check in. That is the 5th foul on Gamble. And it looks like Davis may be getting ready to check in as well. Because she was looking at Davis like Harrell was going to check in for Leander.
Oh, it looks like it's going to be one of those defense and offense substitutions for
Yep. And there they go again with the Kansas City Chiefs running.
I mean, I don't even know how you guard
Gets it
that.
to 34. 34 back to 35, being guarded by Leander. Over to 1. You got a foul. You don't have much time left. You got to get a trap or a foul here. Harrell tried for the foul. They didn't call it. Gets to 24. 24 to the corner to 3. You have to foul. There you go, Moody. Moody gets the foul. 22 seconds to go, down by 2. But they have not shot their free throws the best tonight.
That's true.
I think the one shooting is the best free throw shooter, number 2. But they have not shot the free throw well. And they've only made a couple threes tonight. We have made a bunch of them. First free throw attempt is up. Good. This is their best free throw shooter. I think that is her 4th free throw. Davis checks in for Leander. Offense for defense.
Picking down here. If you can't tell, Allie's still in the game. She's over here kneeled. Oh, they found her. She was trying to hide.
She was trying. Ellie trying to be a little sneaky on that one. She goes up. Good. 4-point lead for the Highlanders. Davis with the ball. They got to go quick. 2 or 3 will work. Gets it to Davis. 3. Short. Rebound goes to 35. You got to foul her. You got to foul her. She gets it to 3. 8 seconds left. That's going to be the game. Lady Dragon. Oh, that was not intentional, though.
It was not. She just fell.
She just fell. 5 seconds to go. Lady Dragons are going to follow. They're going to discuss it, though, and see if it was intentional. That was not intentional. Every time they've discussed it, it's gone negative for the Lady Dragons.
Either way they call this, there's going to be reaction in the stands.
Yeah. And they're going to call.
It should just be a common foul.
Should be a common foul, but let's watch it call intentional. Intentional foul.
Wow.
Every time they have discussed it, it's been an intentional or a technical foul.
Wow.
I don't see it. But nonetheless, the Scottt Highlanders will retake first place in the district. Lady Dragons will follow the second place in the district.
That free
throw's up and wrong.
But it looks like the refs are just not for Clinton. We don't know what's going on. It should be an evenly called game, but
it had been an evenly called game. We're about to sub in a bunch of them. Both free throws are short.
Ball
it's still going to be, exactly. Ball doesn't lie, and it's still their game. It's still their ball with 5 seconds left, down or up by 4.
Let's see what they're discussing this time.
You called an intentional foul. They're putting it in from under the basket. They're saying it's under the basket. That could be a good thing. That's where the Lady Dragons have caused the 5-second violations. She's got it, 35. She hasn't got it in yet. She does get it into 34. 34's up, fouled by York.
That's why they didn't call that intentional.
I am too. 3 seconds left. They're going to try to go to the line. 34 is to make this a full 2-possession game.
Yeah. Looks like 35 might be coming off, maybe?
No, they're just discussing it. She's up and good. 5-point game, 48-43. And offensive substitutions for the Lady Dragons. And their student section, of course, is going to I believe that we will win, champ. That's fine. No,
Why didn't they just say I believe that we have won?
Exactly.
I mean, they're messed up a little bit there.
6-point game. Burrows looking to be a quarterback, trying to find someone, gets it in to York. York's going to go to Davis for 3 on the buzzer. No good. Final score, 49-43. Highlanders take first place in the district. Lady Dragons fall to second. We'll be back in about 15 minutes for Clinton Dragon basketball here on Dragon Vision. Welcome back to Clayton Dragon Basketball on Dragon Vision. Once again, I'm Matt Hagan along with Chris.
I'm Chris right here, ready to go for the next game.
Lady Dragons unfortunately fell in the first game of this doubleheader. It was a 49-43 final. They moved to second place in the district. Scott continues their claim on first place. Now we're getting ready to watch Clinton Dragon basketball here on Dragon Vision. And as we watch this game, we're also going to be giving you updates on my phone, which has the AC Gibbs game, the boys game. Because if Clinton can win and Gibbs can win, it will be a tie for first for the Dragons.
And that's
now
what's
we're
needed.
Braylon, big man Hayden starting off for the Dragons. Camden, point guard Nelson. Bryson, the machine Maddox. Number 23, Carson Shooter Richardson. And big man 34, Caden Ison. What do you want to say about these teams?
They're fun to watch. They're a team this year. Last year, we know that they weren't really much of a team. They didn't have much ball movement. This year, they're a family out there. They are enjoying playing basketball. It's fun to watch. And Caden has improved a ton from last year. You can tell he's put in a lot of work in the offseason.
Cam Nelson has become one of the best passers and facilitators on this team. Carson Richardson does not care about scoring like you would expect, being the shooter that he is.
He's a team leader.
That is why he is a captain. He is a captain along with Caden Ison.
Yep.
You can see it. Cam Nelson, I will say, has got one of the best heads of hair on this team now. It's finally grown out.
It looks like he's trying to get an afro out there or something.
Now let's call this. I'm going to ask, will Bryson get a dunk in this game?
He will get a dunk in this game.
He had 4 dunks last week. We are going to pull those footage here in just a little bit to show you all 4. But now we're getting ready. It's won by Scott. 21 with the ball over to 1, nearly stolen by Richardson. Dragons in their black-orange numbers, white trim.
Clinton's got to keep 21 in check because he can shoot.
Oh, he was their master last game. Yes, it ended with a 70-44 score, but that wasn't indicative of how physical that game was.
Yeah.
24 with it, nearly stolen by Ison. He spins away. He's going to drive up. Floater. Blocked! Hayden!
Dunk.
Oh, here he comes. First. I thought we were going to get it on the first basket. Nelson tried to get it to Maddox just a little far. I don't know how you could out-throw Maddox, but he figured it out. But Braylon Hayden with the biggest block so far on that first shot. Nearly a dunk on the recovery. 1 with the ball. Hands off to 3.
I love the talking out there. The communication is great with switching.
That's what helped him last game. 1 gets it back to 3 in the wing. I like the guarding right there by Nelson, not letting him get by. That should be a 5-second call, and they called it. 5 seconds. Great defense by Cam Nelson right there. Hayden's going to come in. He's going to check it in to Nelson. Side out for the Dragons. I almost said the Lady Dragons.
Yeah.
It gets to Nelson. Ison's trying to call something up right there as well. Ison's going to try to stay for a screen. He's going to get it. We know he can pull it over to Maddox. Maddox coming off a 31-point game, largest game of the year for any Dragon. Nelson now with it. Nelson had 8 assists. Ison for 3. Little to strong. Rebound goes to 1. No score here, 6.5 to go. As I'll say that, Scott takes the lead. 2-0. Nelson with it. Gets it to Richardson. Over to Nelson. Nelson thinking about getting to Maddox. Does get it to Maddox. Maddox looked about Ison, but it's going to get it over to Richardson. Or no, Hayden. Hayden with it. Now over to Richardson. And to Nelson. Nelson gets it stripped. Picks up. They're going to call a jump ball. Possession arrow should stay with the Dragons.
Yep.
2-0 your score about 2 minutes into this game. Starting off very physical, just like the girls' game was.
I wonder if Lockhart has plays designed with just a whistle.
He probably does. Maddox is trying to call it. There's his whistle. And all he does is he signals everything.
Yep.
Telling them to come up, trying to set a double screen. Maddox gets around 1. Very physical. Goes up, gets fouled, but makes the
Wow,
basket.
What a basket.
2 points, Bryson Maddox. One with the ball coming into the front court, tied at 2. 5:42 left to go in the first. 24 with it, guarded by Ison. He gets it up to 3. Next broadcast will come to you from Dragon Stadium as we take on Union County. 21 into 3. He gets out to the top to 2. 2 over to 24. Thinks about a 3, back to 2. 2 guarded by Ison. He's trying to get a play call. Ison knows he won't shoot a 3. That's why he's giving him some space. Drives in. Tries to find someone. Bounces to 24. Maddox is going to put a lot of pressure on him. Not let him get by. Handoff. Maddox switches on 1. Maddox is using both lines as an extra defender. Good defense right there. A good zone right here by the Dragons. Playing a 2-3 zone. Maddox is just staying on that side. Won't let anybody by him, using it as extra defense. Trying to get him trapped. 1 against Maddox. Maddox almost gets it right there. Gets over to 2. That could have been a reach. You are right. Gets into 24, guarded by Ison. He's going to try to get around Ison. Gets it back into the wing to 2. Ison with a good closeout right there. 3 with it. Tries to drive in. Going to call a foul on Ison. That possession right there took over 1 minute before the first shot. Ison with his first. Alcorn to check in. I'm okay with that. Ison knows when to use the fouls. And Alcorn is a very good substitute for the Dragons.
Absolutely. He's physical and
he's quick. And just a sophomore, too.
I didn't know that. I thought he was a senior.
Oh, no, he's a sophomore. The only seniors we have are Richardson and Ison.
Wow.
3 bodying the 2. 2's got it now. Maddox won't let him get away. 2 against 1.
Now Nelson's only a sophomore,
he gets
right?
Yes, there's a charge. Easy call right there. He doesn't like it, but that was the easiest call you could have made. Richardson is the best at drawing charges.
Yep, I love it.
I think that's number 5 he's drawn this year.
He puts his body in harm's way for his team.
And he doesn't care. Nelson, probably pound for pound the strongest member on this team.
Yep.
Maddox is strong, but I think Richardson is stronger pound for pound. 4-3, Maddox too strong. Rebound, Scott. 1 with the ball. He drives in. He had a layup. I don't know why they went after him. 1 high, no good. Rebound, Alcorn. Alcorn with his first board of the night. He's going to try to drive it. Does drive it, no good. Rebound, Maddox to Alcorn. Alcorn drives.
Charge.
They did call the charge on Alcorn. Both teams now with 1 charge, and here comes Lundy and Tackett for the Dragons.
I don't hate that call.
I don't either. They're playing physical, and they're only calling, and he almost lost his glasses, I think.
He's having to pop the lens back in, it looks like.
And I'm okay with this. I respect the officials for trying to help him out right here. Trying to give him as much time as he can before they sub it, before they have to sub him, but now they're going to have to. They're going to have to sub him. 12's going to have to come in for just a minute. And I'm like, okay, I don't like that they had to sub him, but
Gotta keep
for
the game
safety,
rolling.
that's the right move.
Yeah.
2-2 your score, 3:43 remaining. It will be Highlander ball.
And you usually don't see people with glasses out there playing. They usually have some type of goggles or something.
Or contacts or something.
Yeah.
1 with the ball, guarded by Lundy. Gets it to 12.
Great
Still in the
defense.
backcourt. They finally get to the front court. 2 with it now, guarded by Nelson. Gets it past Tackett over to 2. 2 inside the 33, guarded by Maddox. He's got a knee brace on as well, so he had to have had something going.
Yeah.
You don't see knee braces much except for big men. 2's got the ball, hand off to 3. 3 with it, back to 2. 4-3 from the corner. Short rebound, Hayden. Hayden to Nelson. Nelson all the way up to Maddox. Maddox thought about 3. He drives in. Contact, foul, blocked. No foul. 3 with it now. Gets it over, throws it away. Great defense. Great defense by the Dragons
almost
right
called
there.
it being Scott ball.
I thought it was going to be a Scott ball. I thought it was going to be a timeout also called. Ison's going to check back in. Ison for Lundy. So you got Ison, Maddox, Tackett, Nelson, and Big Hayden. I'm going to say Big Hayden because we will see Little Hayden in this game as well.
I told Lil Hayden before the game I expect a 360 tonight. I don't know if that's going to happen or not.
Well, we'll see. Maddox with the ball on the left wing, inside to Ison. Ison and charge. Yep, I call it too. I agree.
It could have gone either way.
It could have. I would not have argued. That's his second, though. He's already got 2.
That's what they're going to do, is they're going to try to get him in foul trouble tonight.
But here's the thing. He's had a few games recently. He hasn't scored, and we still came out with the victory.
Yeah.
They don't realize that. We have a team, not just one.
Yep.
It's not Maddox. It's not Ison. It's a team.
It looks like Caden's getting ready to check back in.
Yep. He just came back, so coach could tell him, don't foul again.
Yeah.
3-1 with the ball. 2:20 to go. He's going to drive to 22 or to 12. 12 with it. Back to 1. 1 getting hassled by Alcorn. Finally backs out. Alcorn with some of the best defense on this team so far. Doesn't want to give it up. He's going to close in. Gets over to 12, guarded by Tackett.
Did Alcorn transfer?
Alcorn did not. He was here last year, too. He was a freshman last year. 21 drives in. He pushes off. Going to get fouled by Maddox. Maddox didn't like that foul call.
No.
21 did push off right there to get in, but they saw Maddox.
I didn't even realize 21 was back in until just now.
He must have got the lens put back in. At least it didn't break.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
Glasses
know
are
how
expensive.
Glasses are very expensive. We'll see how it does on this first free throw attempt. It's working. He got his first one. They got the lead.
He's got such a pretty shot.
He does. And Ison does check in. Tackett checks out. Ison, Alcorn, Richardson, Maddox, and Nelson. But remember, Ison has 2. Clinton has 14 fouls already.
Yeah.
2 of them are charges. No good. Rebound, Richardson. Running the floor is Richardson. Gets over to Maddox. Maddox thought about a 3. He drives in, spin move. Gets it back to Alcorn. Good idea right there by Maddox. He just didn't have the opening.
Yep.
Nelson calling the play. Getting him set up where he wants him. Alcorn setting up a pick. Maddox with it now. Maddox into Ison. Ison gets fouled but makes the basket. No foul call. 4-3 your score. Very, very low scoring first quarter.
Just like the
7
girls' game.
points with 90 seconds to go.
I can't tell. Is their uniforms have pink on it or is it red?
They're red. These
Okay.
are not pink uniforms. I think it had to be something with the girls' team.
Yeah.
They do have pink shoes on. Some of them do. Three-pointer is good. 21 has been their key.
And turnover.
That's the second turnover by Nelson. But Nelson, that's one thing Nelson needs to work on,
Yep.
is how he does the throw. Hayden's going to check in. And Nelson's going to come out. I agree with this call by Lockard.
Yeah.
Nelson to come out, Hayden to check in. Hayden is a great point guard.
Need to just keep it simple with some passes. I understand the flashiness helps throw people off guard, but a pass like that needs to be simple.
I agree. Less than a minute to go. Scott with the ball, up by 2. 3 with the ball. He's going to hand off to 1. 1's got it. Gets it to 2. Guarded by Alcorn. Great defense. He almost loses it. He's close.
Yeah.
Locker's going. Locker's trying to. He's trying to help the officials out, saying he stepped on the line. 1 drives in. He's trying to find someone. Stolen by Hayden. Big steal by Hayden. He has a block in the steal now. He drives into the corner.
Ison down there, man.
Ison with it. No, it's Maddox with it. Gets it to Ison. Spot up from 2. Too long. Rebound 3. 20 seconds left. They may hold for the last shot. Looks like they're going to slow it down possibly for the last shot. They have a 6-4 lead. Hayden's going to try to get him to start calling for it. They do start the count. 6 seconds left. He drives around over Hayden. Tipped, but in. 8-4 your score.
Shoot it.
Bryson, 4-3. Oh, I thought that was in. So after 1, we are going to take a quick break on Dragon with the score. Scott 8, Clinton 4 here. We'll be back in just a minute. Welcome back to Clinton Dragon Basketball here on Dragon Vision as we start the second quarter. Very high-scoring game. I mean, very low-scoring game. 8-4, Scott with the lead. Scott doubling up the Dragons. Very, very physical game here, just like the girls' game.
Great defense all the way around.
Both sides. Several fouls called, but neither team actually got in the bonus. 21, he's their sharpshooter, and he just proved it. He's got 8 of their 11 points. 2 from the free throw line and 2 free throws.
Oh, they got him battling down low.
Ison. Oh, good. I thought that was too strong, but Ison's got 4 now. One's got the ball coming up. They got to watch 21. He's got 8 of their 11. 11-6 is the score. 1 minute into the second quarter. 21's got it. He's trying to get around, gets it to 1. One's going to get back to 3 in the top of the circle. He's going to drive. Finds 21 in the corner. Oh, in and out.
Finally a miss by him.
Finally a miss. Maybe that makes it cold for him. Maddox to Richardson. He comes in, but he's going to be reach-in foul. A reach-in's going to be called. First team foul, and that is on number 2. That's only like the 3rd foul combined for Scott in the first 2 quarters.
Yeah.
I believe it may be more, but I don't think they had more than 2 fouls. Nelson's
Not
with the ball
anyways.
coming into the front court. Right, not called. Gets it to Alcorn. Alcorn into Ison. Ison with 4 already, and he makes it 6 points for Ison. I believe he has 6 of the 8 points for the Dragons. He either has 4 or 6 points.
Yeah.
Maddox has 2. One with the ball guarded by Nelson on the logo. There's the count. Hasn't got away from it yet. Should have been 5, but they get to 33 just in the nick of time. Tipped, one with it, stripped, foul, late. I agree with the foul, but that was a late whistle. And it was by the one official you and I have talked about.
Yep.
And Hayden's going to check in. That is the 2nd foul on Nelson. Hayden's going to be the new point guard. So Ison with 2 fouls now, Nelson with 2 fouls. Inbounding 2-1. One with it, guarded by Alcorn. Alcorn, Richardson, Maddox, Hayden, and Ison. That should be 5, but they gets it away in time. 3 with the ball now. Max is going to trail him, or Ison's going to trail him. Ison's just shadowing him.
21
They are trying, and that's why Richardson's on him. Richardson's got some of the best hands. 3-4-3, too strong, rebound 33.
Got to box out right there.
We didn't box out well, I agree. 21 gets it. 21 with 8 points so far. Richardson, he's got really good defense. Great job, Carson. Carson's probably my arguably favorite player on this team, if you can't tell. 4-2, it's good. 5-point lead for Highlanders. Maddox with it. He thought about a 3. He's going to get it over to Richardson. Into Hayden. Hayden up, backboard in.
Good take.
Hayden with his first made basket of the night. He actually did not score against Cumberland Gap. He went up for a dunk early on, and they fouled him on the dunk attempt, and he missed both free throws. But he had 8 rebounds.
That's important. Anything you can do to help the team out stat-wise, it's great. Even if you don't get a stat, play defense.
Right, and there's Alcorn guarding 1. And I almost thought that was a double dribble,
I did
but
too.
That was not a foul, though. 4-3 off the backboard, no good. Richardson, big rebound. He's going to run it up the floor. He's going to fakes it, bounce to Alcorn. Alcorn saves it. He gets tripped. And 21 doesn't like the call, but I agree with that call.
Yeah, it would have been
I think that's the
intentional for us.
2nd foul on 21, actually. Let's see. That is his 2nd. He also has 2 fouls now, and he's being subbed out for 24.
Good.
Their big shooter is out. He's got 11 of their 13.
That'll help the Dragons out a lot.
That will. 4:37 remaining. Ison with the ball over to Alcorn. Into Maddox. Maddox head fake. He bounces off. Blocking foul. Shooting will be Maddox. I agree. Maddox was going around, and he was playing it in what would have been the restricted zone in the NBA.
Yeah.
Dragons come in with 11-10 record, and mass substitutions getting ready. You got Lundy and Tackett getting ready to check in for the Dragons. Maddox, first one's up and in. 13-11. Now your score. Maddox checks in, or no, Tackett and Lundy check in.
He
Along
said
with
Richardson down
Ison.
at the front of the bench because he's ready to get him back in.
Nelson and Richardson both. They're just in for a quick sub.
Yeah.
I'm okay with this. And both of them went in. 13-12 is now the score. Maddox, I believe, has 10 points already. Maddox either has 8 or 10. 3 with the ball. Bounces into 33. He fakes it. That was a good fake.
It could have been a walk, though.
That
He
could have
shuffled his
been, but
feet.
that was a good fake for Alcorn to Maddox, wearing 3. He drives in. Up. He gets fouled, but they're not going to call it. Getting double teamed. One has it now in the front court. Gets it to the corner to 2. Good closeout by Alcorn. He's going to drive in. Blocked by Hayden. Rebound Lundy to Alcorn. Alcorn's going to run it. Alcorn's going to try to go coast to coast. He gets up. Backboard. Basket.
That's good.
1 point game here at Highlander Stadium. 3.5 minutes left to go in the half.
I love watching this team play because there's not just one person on a team. Everybody
No.
can do it.
Everyone. Alcorn went coast to coast after the block right there by Hayden. Lundy guarding. 2 for 3. Short rebound Lundy. Lundy has done really well. He started
Yes.
quite a bit of games, got into some foul trouble, got a hot head, but then fixed it up. Tackett to Lundy. 4-2.
And
Basket and 1. 3:16 to go. Basket and 1. The Dragons retake the lead. That Lundy did not score last game either on the 71-31 victory.
Walker just gave Lundy a little slap on the face. That was a good job.
After what happened last game, I agree. If you remember, we started with a technical against Cumberland Gap. They
Yep.
started with 2 free throws because of a dunk in warm-ups.
Yep.
By Lundy.
Yep.
So Lundy learned from that mistake. Nothing against Lundy. He is a great player. His
Yes.
attitude, he's a junior. First year, I think he's played with the Dragons. He may have played
Okay.
last year.
I think
I'm
he
not
may
sure.
have played on JV last year.
21's back in with 2 fouls. Williams is also on. Isaiah Williams has checked in for the Dragons too.
Isaiah Williams.
3
is fun to
goes
watch.
up off the nice little basket to tie the game with 3 minutes left. Isaiah Williams, I will give him one good shout out. I don't know if anyone ever got it on camera, but he got a big dunk in the JV game against AC. He dunked
I
it
saw
on JV.
that.
I don't know if it got caught. I hope it got caught by somebody. Maddox. Over to Hayden. Back to Maddox. Maddox acting as the point guard right now. Maddox, Tackett, Lundy, Williams, and Hayden on the floor for the Dragons. Over to Braylon. Braylon over to Isaiah. Isaiah. He can shoot a 3 as well. To Braylon. Braylon to Lundy. Lundy, I know, can shoot too. He gets it to Maddox. Maddox, deep 3. Long rebound, Tackett. And he gets fouled. Tackett gets the rebound and the foul with 2:15 to go. That is the 4th team foul, and it's on number 1.
Got
That is
Ison and Richardson coming in for Tackett and
Tackett and Lundy. We
Lundy,
can't
yeah.
say enough about them. They do phenomenal job as role players.
yep.
Very good bench warmers. If we had a 6-man award, I don't know who it would go to between Alcorn, Tackett, and Lundy.
The whole bench just about
Right.
6-man.
And we will, at the end of the season, I'll talk to you, we'll talk to Jim, and we will call our own awards. Tackett checked back in, actually. Ison checked out. Tackett, it was the
Gotcha.
tape. They wanted to check, because he's the shooter. He was fouled, and it
Yeah,
was the
that makes
5th team
sense.
foul. I don't think they realized it was the 15th foul of the half, or of the quarter.
I didn't realize it either.
I thought it was 4. First one's up. A little too strong off the front of the iron. 2:15 to go in a tie game. Can't tell, I'm still recovering from an illness a couple weeks ago, and I'm trying to keep my voice. My voice tries to go out all the time. Tack it up, and the first,
Now
I
it
think
comes
this is
off.
the first lead of the game for the Dragons at 18-17.
Yeah. I mean, they've come back. It's good to see them in the game still, not giving up.
We were down by 6 at halftime, or into the first 12-6.
Yeah.
So they've outscored them 12-5 in the second quarter. One with the ball. Guarded by Hayden over to 24, guarded by Ison. 2 guarded by Maddox. Don't know why that was such a struggle. Tip by Brendan Hayden.
Yep.
So we got Big Hayden and Little Hayden on the floor at one time for the Dragons. Brendan and Braylon with 1:46 to go in the first half. Maddox on 2. Waiting on the call. Maddox walks up so he doesn't stand still for too long. Bounce pass to 3. 3 thought about a 3. Bodies up both Haydens up over their head. Good floater gives them the 1-point lead. Give them credit. Great floater right there. Richardson thought about a 3. Bounces
Good
into
pass.
Ison. Ison up.
Good
and
take.
nice roll. Great pass right there. Richardson to Ison.
Such
21.
a force down low.
21 back on the floor for Scott as well. He has 2 fouls. They must not be worried about him. Well, also, he was off the floor, and that's when the Dragons took the lead.
Yep.
They know he's their key. Oh, Ison almost got number 3 right
Yeah.
there.
I thought he was
Ison
gonna get
also
it.
has 2 fouls. So the 2 on the near side closest to us guarding each other with 2 fouls.
The biggest
one
boys
over
on the
to
court
2.
going at it.
2 to 3 guarded by Maddox. 3 versus 3. Maddox is not letting him go. He's close enough. They should start counting the 5 seconds, but she let it go. He drives into 24. 24 to 1. 1 to 2. 4-3. Good closeout, but he makes it.
Good shot.
2-point lead with 45 seconds to go. Maddox drives in, spots up, tie game. 22-22 with 30 seconds left.
Way to bring back the momentum to us.
21 to 2. 2 is going to try to walk it up the court with 30 seconds left. The way both these teams play, this could be the last shot of the half. He gets it up to 24. 24 back to 2. 2 gets around Ison to 3. 3's going to drive in. He tried to spot up, gets it to 2 for 3. He's not going to take the shot. 15 seconds left.
21 over here telling
Three's
calling
got
the
it.
play, it looks like.
Yeah, he is their leader. 10 seconds left. I think they want the last shot, but as I say that, he drives in. Gets it to 24 to 2. He thought about a 3. Gets Ison off his feet for 3. No good. Rebound Richardson. Throws up a half-court heave. No good. So at the half, the score tied at 22. We will take the halftime break with the Dragons. We'll be right back here on Dragon Vision. Welcome back to Highlanders Stadium, or Highlanders Arena, as we get ready to bring you the second half action of Dragon Vision featuring the Clinton Dragons and the home Scottt High Highlanders. 22-22. So in my opinion, I say this is a 0-0 game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nothing happened in the first half.
Other than fouls.
Other than the fouls. And it was very evenly called.
Yeah, it was.
Yes, the second half, Scott had more fouls than the Dragons, but the fouls they called on Scott and the Dragons were earned fouls.
Yep, absolutely. Because in the first quarter, Clinton had some of those calls, and then in the second quarter, Scott evened it out.
But the big one we need to watch for Scott, and you called it at the beginning, 21.
Yep.
One, he has 2 fouls. He did very well the last 4 minutes to not get a third foul.
Yeah.
Clinton tried, and I mean they tried everything to get that foul called on him, but it didn't happen.
I think what they did was they took him off of Ison down in the paint because Ison was going to work down there.
Oh yeah, and they knew that was going to be physical because he was also going to work, but he has range.
Yeah.
21 will hit threes. He had either 11 or 13 of their 22 points.
Yeah.
And when he came off the floor, the Dragons made the run. They outscored them 18-10 in the second quarter.
Yeah, it was very much needed by the Dragons. They locked in defensively and offensively, and that's what you want to see being down.
And there's Richardson. He did not do this in pregame. He is now draining his threes.
Yeah.
Pregame, he missed quite a bit. I don't know what it was. He doesn't do that. Something must have been on his mind.
Yeah.
Because Richardson is almost lights out.
Yeah, and looks like he's getting a hot streak going right now.
And he's got Eli Slavin right there. I like the guard box out by Eli Slavin. That's helping him. He's not just taking wide open threes.
And Eli Slavin, man, he has such a beautiful jump shot.
And he's come on really strong. He's also a sophomore.
Really?
Yeah,
wow.
He's one of the JV stars for them. They only have 2 seniors, 2 juniors, or 3 juniors, Lundy, Hayden, and Maddox.
Yeah.
The rest are sophomores and freshmen.
This
is going to be a team to watch the next several years.
Yeah, and that's like last year, Anderson County, I was talking to some parents over there. They were like, how many seniors are the girls losing? I'm like, they're not losing a single person. They're like, are you serious? Yeah. And this year they added some players to their team since last year, but they're losing 4 or 5, aren't they?
Oh yeah, I noticed that. And their big one, Brandon Drake. Drake's the big player for Anderson County. They're going to hate seeing him go. He is a great athlete for that team.
Yeah, and he's the leader for that team.
He is. And I'm trying to wait on the score. It is halftime at Gibbs. Excuse me. It is halftime. They do not have their score up. They just have their "we will be back at halftime" up.
So I just got a text message from Coach Hammock. He
So
said
did
that
I.
he taught Carson everything he knows. So
we want to say great job, Coach Hammock. You taught Carson everything he knows. You taught Bryson everything he knows on the football field. You taught Tegan everything he knows in the work field. Tegan Bollinger, he was a great athlete for both basketball and football. I'm glad he's doing what he wants to do right now.
Absolutely.
Everyone loves Tegan. We miss seeing him out here. But if you're doing what you love,
that's all that matters.
I have nothing to say.
I talked to him the other day. I went down to get some food, and I talked to him for a few minutes, and he's just a great all-around kid.
Oh, yeah. Tegan, he's going to do great in the work field. Hammock, the Richardson family, they've all had a great influence on Tegan. Tegan's had a great influence on this team, too.
Yes.
Mentally, physically, he helps this team because he's one of the first ones down there to celebrate with them, win or lose.
Yep.
Braylon Hayden to inbound to Nelson. You got the starting 5 out there for the Dragons. Nelson with it over to Richardson. There's the first 3. Oh, just a little strong.
I don't think Jason Hammock taught him that.
No, Jason didn't teach him that one. Spin move. Nice little spin move off the backboard, giving Scott their first lead of the second half.
I think they're going to try to go through Bryson and Carson.
He was looking for Ison, but he gets it to Maddox to Hayden, back to Maddox. Bang! First 3-pointer of the second half, and the Dragons lead by 1.
I think
25-24.
he's only got 5 points now, doesn't he?
Who, Maddox?
Yeah, he hasn't
No.
scored much.
Oh, no, Maddox scored a ton in that
okay.
first quarter. He has like 14
Good
points
call.
right now, actually, I think.
Okay, I
But-
didn't realize that.
Yeah, he had a bunch of free throws, and he did hit a couple threes in the first quarter. Maddox has been a lights-out shooter so far in the last 2 games.
He's really
he got the
improved from
first.
last year.
He got the first basket of the night for the Dragons too.
Yeah, he would have had a dunk, but
Would have had a dunk, but instead it became 2 free throws. We're still on dunk watch for Maddox.
Yeah.
See if he can get 1 dunk tonight. Next game will be Tuesday against Union County. Then we will be Friday on the road at Cumberland Gap, followed by another Tuesday match at Anderson County to wrap up the regular season.
it'll be a.
Or no,
intense game.
the Tuesday match will be home.
Yeah.
That'll be against another team. There's
It'll
the
be
first
Gibbs.
one again. It will be Gibbs. Yes, that will be senior night. Richardson, 3, bang! Almost missed it on
There's
the
the
shot.
hammock shot.
There's the hammock shot. 28-26, your score now, as the Dragons take the lead by 2. 6.5 minutes to go in the halftime, or in the third quarter. This game started late because they start their games at 6:30 and 8 o'clock here at Scottt High School.
Yeah, it's.
Into 2. Stolen by Richardson. Richardson was looking to get it to Hayden. Last touch, they're going to
the
say,
ref got in the way.
but they do give it back to the Dragons.
The ref got in the way.
He will give it to the Dragons. I'm okay with that shot.
Yeah.
Now they're going to discuss it. So this will probably end up with Scott.
yeah.
What has happened every time they've discussed it the last game? Scott's trying to beg for it.
Yeah.
Clinton's now trying to beg for it. It's stuck with the Dragons.
I mean, it's just the ref was in the wrong place at the wrong time. It happens.
Yeah, it
You
happens.
can't fault
And
him for it.
No, and we've seen it in professional, you've seen it in college, you've seen it in high school.
Yeah, I mean, you have.
You have limited space on the floor. Richardson, 4-3,
Oh.
bang! And I keep putting 4 points up because those beautiful shots look so
Yeah.
good. 6 consecutive points for Richardson. And Nelson trying to yell ball to try to get the ball from number 1.
Well, you have Richardson. He's over there taunting the student section.
I love that.
I do too.
And Nelson trying to clap it up against 1. You can see Nelson trying to talk some too. Dragons tipped
defense.
by Ison, but good. It
Gotta be
was a
careful.
tip, so it does count. There's a strip from Ison to Richardson. Back to Ison. Layup.
What
basket.
a layup.
7-point lead and a timeout called. And look at Richardson. Look at Richardson and the emotion on his face as Scott calls the timeout. This run by the Dragons, this is what they needed to start with. 7-point lead, largest lead of the night for the Dragons.
You can tell that Lockard wanted Carson to be able to get his momentum going, because if Carson's feeling it, everybody's feeling it.
We should just say little Hammock on the threes because
Yeah.
he did teach him what he knows.
Yeah.
I know Hammock's enjoying that right now.
Absolutely. He's going to
And,
be.
and Richardson's going to go back and listen to this and text. I said, why did you say that I was little Hammock? Richardson, Nelson, Ison, Maddox, and Big Hayden on the floor for the Dragons. Scott will inbound from under the basket. Dragons doing a little bit of full court press now. I did not stop my clock, so I got to get my clock back to 5:21. I just noticed that. So 5:21 remaining, and my clock's still going crazy. Should be close to 5 seconds. He does inbound it. We'll let my clock catch up. They're going to call a foul on Maddox.
They could have. He kind of locked up arms.
He
with him.
did, and that should be foul 2 on Maddox.
That'll
First
always
team
go to
foul.
the offensive player on that.
Thank you for telling me that. I did put the score on the wrong side. It is 33-26. Thank you, Diana McCoy, for telling us that. It is 33-26. We have the score right now. 21 to inbound, 5:18 remaining. He goes to 2. Back to 21. 21's going to 1. They're doing a full court press for the Dragons. Still have not crossed the timeline. Does cross the timeline on spin move.
21's playing safe right now. Doesn't
He
want
is
to get in
playing
foul
safe.
trouble.
He knows he has 2 fouls. 1 with the ball. He drives in.
Oh,
That is a
push.
foul on Lundy. I will agree with that foul call. That is a foul on Lundy. That'll be his second, maybe his first, but Alcorn's going to check in. That is his first 2. So
Give
Lundy has
Maddox a
1. Maddox
breather.
will check out. Maddox also only has 1 foul. No real foul trouble for the Dragons except ice it, but no one on the floor has foul trouble. Richardson tried to steal it. He does. Deflect it to Lundy. Tried to get it to Tackett, but it was got back. Scott got it back. 3 back in the front court with it. Goes across to 21. 4-3 with a hand in his face. Too short.
All right.
Nelson tried to get the rebound. I will give Nelson credit. That was a good try for the rebound. He was the last to touch it.
Nelson was a little bit smaller than the other.
Nelson also had 8 assists and 6 rebounds with no points scored.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure that was the stat total against Cumberland Gap. So he nearly had a double-double without scoring.
Yeah.
We've only had 1 double-double this season, and that was icing.
Yeah, that's against Union County.
It was against Union County.
He had 20-10.
22 and 10.
Yeah.
Backboard no good. Rebound goes to Nelson. We just talked about his defense. Nelson with it. 4-3. Bang! 36-26. 10-point lead. Dragons trying to stretch this out. They won by 26 the last time. 70-40 was the final. 21 with it. Alcorn, I will agree, he did get called for that reach.
And Maddox back.
Maddox probably going to come in for Alcorn because of that reach. I think that is his second. Team third, though. They got to start being careful. 4:13 to go. And they have 1 foul to give. 21 inbounds backcourt to 2. 2 over to 3. Richardson's going to trail him. He gets it up to 1 in the wing. Back to 3. 3 inside to 24. Tries to get around Tackett. Bodies Tackett.
Good.
Goes up. Tackett with the block. Rebound Lundy. Nelson with the ball now.
I can see Richardson going for a 3.
Nelson hits what Richardson wants to do. You called it. There it is. Well, it must have been tipped. He doesn't miss him that bad. I'll say that was a tip.
Yeah.
That wasn't an air ball. That was a tip. 21's got it now. He drives in.
Oh,
he pushes off. That is 3. That was the easiest charge you could call. He's like, no, I didn't. Yes, you did. You completely extended your arm.
Yeah, and of course you got Scott County fans over there that disagree with it. But that would happen over here with Clinton, too. We would disagree.
But the coach is not really arguing. He's just yelling about the foul to his team. So he knows that was a foul.
Yep.
Nelson with it in the front court, up by 10. Nelson, Ison, Hayden, Maddox, and Richardson. Your starting 5 back on the floor. Richardson got it into Hayden. He's going to be called for a reach in on 24.
That's 2 fouls on.
That's 2 quick fouls. That should be on 24 or 23. I'm not sure. 24. That's his third. That's 2. Okay, that's his second. I don't like how they put those up. Sometimes it automatically shows their foul. Inbounds to Maddox. Maddox is getting to Ison. Ison guarded by 24. He spin moves up over 21. No good. Rebound. Ison with the rebound and put.
At the right time.
Almost got the put back, but he's going to go to the line for a pair. Is that on 24? 24. That's his third.
Yeah.
24 and 21 both have 3. Lundy, mass subs coming for the Dragons.
We got a defensive sub coming in.
They've got 3 subs. You got Brendan Hayden.
You got 4.
Yeah. Brendan Hayden, Ben Tackett, Tristan Lundy, and Isaiah Williams. I wonder if one of them is going to come in for Ison, who makes the first free throw attempt. No. Oh, no. Hayden, little Hayden. Big Hayden, or
the only one staying out's Cars.
Ison right now. And Nelson, yeah. And affectionately known, not Big Hayden, but Big Fella by his mom. We got to give Big Fella a shout out. Ison makes both. 12-point lead.
Oh, so the only one that's staying in from that was Maddox.
Little Hayden checks in. So you got, or Little Fella, or Big Little Fella. Maddox, Lundy, Tackett, Williams.
Good defense.
And tipped out by Lundy. Like I said, Maddox, Lundy, Tackett, Williams, and Brendan Hayden on the floor for the Dragons. 38-26. Inbounding to 1 to 21. Back to 1. Good full court press coming from the Dragons. I know it's getting close. It's about 5 seconds in now. He does get across. No foul from Lundy. Lundy they were trying to get the foul on him. To 3. 21 thought about a 3. Good box out right there by Isaiah Williams. Tackett doing a great job right there. Nearly stolen. It is stolen. Tackett with the deflection. Maddox with it. Spawned up. 3. Off the front of the rim. Rebound Brendan Hayden. To Williams. 4-3. Oh, I thought that was in.
got
2
Maddox
with the
back.
rebound.
Man, so quick to get back down the court.
He tried to get a foul called on Brendan Hayden. 1 for 3. No good. Rebound. Tackett. Tackett with the board. Gets it over to Isaiah Williams. Over to Maddox in the front court. And a timeout called by the Dragons. We're going to take it with them. With 2:30 remaining and a 12-point lead, 30-8 to 26. Welcome back. 2:31 remaining. Dragons lead 36 to 28. Starting 5 back on the floor for the Dragons without Alcorn. Actually, Alcorn is in. They say the starting 5 into Ison from Maddox to Alcorn in the corner. He goes up. He gets bumped, and it's going to be the 4th team foul with 2:16 remaining. The foul is on 1. But they've got 2 players out there, 24 and 21, both with 3 fouls.
I thought they were going to call on
one has 2 fouls. They tried to fake me out again with that. Inbound stolen. No, he got the bat.
24 couldn't foul. He was scared to.
Yeah, it was a 2-point basket by Ison that we almost missed. 40 to 26, 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Hand off to 24.
I love that the Clinton bench is louder than Scott County's.
He did pick up his he picked up his pivot foot. They didn't call it. 21's got it now. I like how tight Maddox is playing him because he knows if he drives in, he could get called for a charge at any point. Dribbles behind the back to 21. They left him open. Oh, and no box out though. 1 gets it. 21 fakes a 3. He comes in from the free throw line. He misses that one too. Rebound to 3 over the back. The foul will be called on. And that's the 5th team foul, but it was an off.
So if that's the
it should be 2 free throws because that's 5. That's an off.
It's 5, but it was offensive.
Was it on? They say it was. If it was a push from the back, that's actually a foul. It's free throws.
Okay.
That's a defensive foul. Ison goes to the line for 2.
I think. Okay.
1:33 remaining.
If it would have been a charge, it wouldn't have.
If it would have been a charge, right? But they say it was on the rebound. It was a push from behind. Ison goes to the line for a pair, trying to put Dragons up by 16. Right now they're up 5 possessions. He wants to try to make it 6.
Yep.
If he makes this, it's a full 5-possession lead and the non-friendly rim. 40 to 26, 93 seconds left to go in the third quarter.
You have Carson out there. He was telling.
And you got Tackett and Lundy's coming in. Lundy will come in for Ison. Richardson gets Tackett. Tackett comes in for Richardson.
Richardson was out there telling Ison to make sure you follow through on your shot.
I like the leadership from both of these seniors. Second free throw attempt, a little strong. Rebound will go to Scott. 14-point lead, 90 seconds to go. Scott with the ball comes into the front court. Guarded by Alcorn. Over Alcorn's head. Nice floater right there. They've had a good floater shot like that all night. Up to Maddox. Maddox slows it down into the front court. He thought about a 3 twice. Alcorn gets it. He drives in. And no foul called. Ison bodies him up. Great job. They are letting them play, which is what they should do every game. Yes, they need to call fouls, but let them play. Ison puts a hand in his face. 2 almost gets a 3. Alcorn with the board. Almost gets reached by 1, but Alcorn with the board. He drives in. He gets a basket. 16-point lead now for the Dragons. 45 seconds left to go in the third.
I just hope that we don't have that Indian yeller over there again.
I agree. Lundy thought about checking in, but goes back sit on the bench. They're going to let him 30 seconds left. They're going to let this one stay out there. He swings it in. Goes to the corner. Stolen by Tackett. Tackett's got it. Being double teamed. Trying to find someone. He's got it to Nelson. Nelson's got to get across half court. He does. Nelson in the front court, hands off to Ison. 15 seconds left. They will hold it for the last shot, a typical Lockard moment.
Yep.
10 seconds left, gets it to Maddox. I'll see. Maddox might go for it. He drives in, gets fouled, no basket. 5 seconds
they call
left.
it on the floor, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be shots.
Shots, because it's the 16th foul. 5 seconds left. 16-point lead. Some of the fans starting to leave from the Clinton side. Well, I also got a young child with them. I'm okay. But they maybe just go and take a break. Maddox, first one's up and good. 17-point lead. And Hayden and Lundy check in. Williams will check in for Maddox off the free throw, assuming it goes through. Student section got real quiet all of a sudden.
Yeah, our bench.
Second one's in. 18-point lead.
Dragon bench right now is a little bit louder than the student section.
I agree. The cheerleaders are louder than the student section.
Yeah.
On the Clinton side. One good thing we said about this one, we like how the cheerleaders are set up on both sides. One's going to go for a half-court heave. Ooh, that was a good shot, though. And Brendan Hayden just decides to chuck it and almost hits the cheerleaders. And Coach Thackerson looks at him and goes, use your head. You didn't have to check that. The buzzer had already happened. So we're going to take a quick break with your score of 46-28. Dragons over the Highlanders. Welcome back to Clinton Dragon basketball here on Dragon Vision. We're getting ready to bring you the fourth quarter. Dragons went from a tie at halftime to an 18-point lead.
Yeah.
Outscoring them 24-6 in the third quarter. This is more like the Dragons we expected. And we're giving you an update. In the third quarter, Gibbs is up 45-39. They just drained a three, courtesy of Maverick Media Productions. We're watching that game to keep up. We know they're watching this game too.
Yeah.
These are a battle possibly for first place. Clinton wins, AC loses. It's a theoretic tie for first place. AC with the head-to-head. Scott with the ball, 12 into 33, and a good little floater. Good basket right there. That's the shot they've lived with. That's the shot they've done the best all night. 16-point lead, 46-30. Ison makes it back an 18-point lead. Maddox to Ison on that assist. 48-30. Dragons leading. And you can hear, we must have a small student. Oh, no, you hear our bench going defense.
Bench.
And Nelson's doing it with them. Every time they said defense, Nelson is clapping. I wasn't sure that. Our bench is loud, and our cheerleaders are loud. I thought that was going to be a reach by Ison. Three, pulls up from the free throw line and makes it.
And shout out to our cheerleaders for making it to nationals as well.
Oh, yeah, our cheerleaders, they go to national this week. Dance goes this coming week. Dance goes next week. Last touch by Scott.
On February 6th.
So the dance goes next week. Okay. I've got to that's right.
It's hard to keep up with. I just know I'm not going to Disney.
I also have, I'll give a shout out to some of my students. They're on the Anderson County's dance team. They're also going to nationals on Thursday. So if I'm a teacher there and they qualify, you've got to give them the credit where they deserve it.
Oh, absolutely.
Clinton ball, Maddox with it after the handoff from Hayden. Maddox goes into Ison. Feed the big man is what they're saying. He spins around. He gets it to Nelson. I thought Nelson might have wanted to pull that. Nelson's got it. We know he has range. He tries to drive around. He drives in. Up. Backboard. No good. Rebound Scott. A little too strong on that shot. One with the ball. He comes into the front court. One's going to drive. Blocked by Hayden. Number two. Gets it to Nelson. Nelson fakes him. Gets him off his feet. A little strong. Does he get the rebound? No. Scott will have the rebound in the front
I
court.
was expecting 21 to pull
21
up.
gets it. Ison did not want to foul him. He wanted to go for the charge, but Ison didn't want to foul. He has 2. 21 has 3 fouls for Scottt High School. Maddox with the ball. 14-point lead now. 6 minutes to go. Now Richardson with it. Over to Ison. Dragons playing unselfish ball here, just passing the ball around to
Great
Maddox.
movement.
Maddox thought about 3, but wants to hold it some more. Gets it to Hayden. Hayden throws it into Ison. He gets fouled. No foul call. 21 gets the rebound to 33. Into 3. Makes it 12-point game now. They're on a 6-0 run. He gets it to Nelson. Alcorn's ready to check in. 5 minutes to go. Dragons playing unselfish ball, but they're going to let Scott in at this rate. And the timeout called by
Good call by
Lockard. He needed that timeout. We're going to take a quick one with him on Dragon Vision. Welcome back to Clinton Dragon Basketball here on Dragon Vision. Score here at Highlander Gymnasium, Clinton 48, Scott 36.
I noticed whenever we pulled in that Scott has a turf field now.
They do. They got that field this year.
That is nice.
I want to give them, even when they had grass, I like their grass field because they had a unique atmosphere with it. By having the barn on their field as well. That was a unique feel. Richardson with the ball. Bounces it to Nelson. Nelson fakes a 3, gets it to Richardson. Richardson back to Nelson. Unselfish ball being played, but Scott's on a 6-0 run. Nelson with it. He drives in, gets it to Alcorn. Alcorn's going to drive. He's going to get over to Richardson. Fakes a 3. He drives in back to Alcorn. Alcorn fakes a 3 over to Richardson in the corner.
Just trying to kill some time
They
right
are just
now.
killing time. This is typical Lockard ball. Gets it to Maddox. 4:45 remaining. 30 seconds on this possession and counting. We're going to see how long this possession goes. Richardson is going to get it over to Ison. A lot of passing for the Dragons.
If Ison's up here, they're doing something.
Well, we know Ison has range when he wants it. He gets it to Alcorn. Closing in on 1 minute for this possession. Maddox thought about a 3. Head fake gets it to Richardson. 1 minute in this possession so far. 4:18 to go. Ison with it now. Ison fakes it, gets it over to Alcorn. 4 minutes, 10 seconds left. Gets it to Maddox. He fakes a 3. He's looking for someone to get open. He gets it inside to Alcorn. Nice job. Nice basket in the feed. Alcorn with a basket, feed from Maddox. That took 1:18 before they made that score. 21's got the ball now, down 18 or down 14. He goes up. He gets fouled. No basket, though. Who is the foul going to be called on? If it's on Ison, it's number 3. They haven't signaled it yet. It is on 32, or is that 23?
I couldn't tell.
It looked like
23.
It is on Richardson. His first. I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
he will go to the
one
line
with
for
his
a
fouls.
pair. 3:47 to go. Trying to make this a 4-possession game. Right now it's 14. First one's up. First one too strong.
Good.
Back of the iron. 50-36 with 3:47 remaining. And score update at Gibbs. It is Gibbs 48, AC 45. It says it's in the third quarter. We're not exactly sure. Second one's up. Second one's good. 13-point lead for the Dragons. Dragons took over a minute off the clock with the last possession.
See how much
Richardson's
they can take
got
off
it.
this
They're
time.
doing full court up to Maddox. Maddox gets into the front court with it. And now they're trying to do a double team into Alcorn off the backboard big time. Maddox has probably had 7 assists. I would not be surprised if he could get a double-double tonight with assists. Alcorn also has about 6 points tonight. First one's up. floater, no good. Should have been a foul called on over the back, but nevertheless, it is Dragon ball. Up by 16. Richardson with it. He's going to drive. Bounce pass in. Last touch by Scott. 3:14 remaining, up by 15. Dragons look to improve to 12-10 on the season if the score stands. Nelson with it. Bounce to Eisen. Big basket. Back to a 17-point lead for the Dragons. 6-possession game.
It looks like the Mavs and Eagles are going into the fourth quarter, 50-47, Eagles up.
That's what we want to see. Spin move. He traveled, but they're going to call a foul instead. That's fine. Let him call the foul.
Yeah.
I thought it was a travel. I'm not going to argue these. It's Eisen's third. They're going, okay, they're just going to say it's his second. I thought it was 3 on Eisen.
I did too. Maybe they messed up on.
Maybe they
call
changed
earlier.
one of them earlier. But one will be at the line for 2. Down 17, they're going to try to make this a 5-possession game. Right now it is 6. 1 at the line. First free throw's up. First free throw is good. 54-38. Actually,
that was the
AC ended up
final.
winning 71-61. So Mav Media is actually way behind on the stream. So AC will retain first place in the region regardless of how this game goes. Maddox with the ball on the wing. Gets it across to Nelson. Nelson with it. He's trying to get around 1. He drives in, gets it to Eisen. Eisen back to Eisen's got it with 2:45 to go. He hands off to Richardson. To Maddox. A lot of motion for the Dragons. Up to Richardson.
I think motion right now means kill time.
1 minute or 2 minutes, 30 seconds left to go. Maddox with the ball. And they strip him from it. Last touched by Scott. Maddox says he got hit on the wrist, but he's not going to argue it. He's trying to tell them, look, watch just where they're swinging. Not trying to show up the ref, just saying, just keep an eye on this. Maddox with it now. 2:20 to go, and there is a foul.
If you look over at the Scott County side, it's starting to get a little thin over there.
Student section just sitting down as well. That's number 3's third foul for Scott. Team first. I think they're getting ready just to start fouling to force free throws now. He inbounds deep to Richardson. Richardson's going to come up, foul by 12. That is what they're going to do. They're going to try to use up all 5 fouls and send the Dragons to the line up by 15. That's number 12's first.
Might be a long 2 minutes.
It will be a very long 2 minutes at this rate. Maddox to inbound. Maddox will get it into Eisen. And Maddox will get it. He goes up. He tried for the dunk, but gets stripped, and he would be the last touch by Scott. Dang, I thought that was going to be the one. We're still on dunk watch here. Up to Richardson. Richardson's going to get fouled by 12. 2:12 to go, and the third team foul, and that's his second. Locker trying to give Richardson some word of advice right here, what they should run on this play. And 3's trying to talk to the official over there. I don't know what he's talking about. 23, 1. That's what they're telling them, is they're telling them, we're just going to foul on the inbound. Watch for the foul. 2:11 to go, and that's team foul number 4. Any more fouls, Clinton goes to the line, and that's what they're wanting. Maddox is talking to one of the adults over on the sideline, too. He gets it to Richardson. Gets stripped by 12. 12 going for the foul, but gets stripped instead, and they're going to call a foul on Richardson. That's going to be his second. Team third for the Dragons. That's a third team foul. And Scott ball down by 15, 54-39. Remember, Tuesday, the Dragons will host Union County.
And it will be a good game.
That will be a very good game. There's another 2-pointer for Union County and a quick timeout called. We're going to take the timeout with them here on Dragon Vision with the score 54-41. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action, 2:03 to go and counting. It'll be Scott basketball, Maddox with the steal. He drives in, layup. I was hoping that was the dunk.
Me too.
15-point lead, about 100 seconds left to go in regulation. 2 with the ball over to 24. He gets it over to 1. 1's going to drive in. He knows Ison's got 3 fouls. He gets it back to 2. No, it's to 12. 12 back to 1. Good closeout by Richardson. Over Ison's head, good.
Wow.
Nice basket, and another timeout called by Scott. We're going to stick it right here, though. Once again, we want to mention, final score from Gibbs, AC beats Gibbs 71-61. It was a good battle throughout.
Yeah.
Well, remember,
just got some momentum going.
AC had a 19-point lead, and Gibbs came back and tied it. And then it was a battle throughout. Right here, it was 8-4 after the first quarter, if you remember that.
Yeah.
A long time ago, and a lot of points have been scored since then. It's only 9:21 right now. That's really a quick game for how late this game started.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because this game was slated to start at 7:30, or 8 o'clock, not the normal 7:30. Good. The girls, heartbreaking loss on Coach Dougherty's birthday, but they have a chance. As long as you're seed 1 or seed 2, you will get a berth in the region play regardless of how your tournament goes.
The only thing right now is I wouldn't want to play Anderson County in the first round.
Well, if we are the 2 seed,
the second round.
we might, for the girls, if we're the 2 seed, it would be the second round. We might play Anderson County. When we come back on Tuesday, we will give you updated district standings according to Coach T. But that will be Tuesday that we will give you those because we want to make sure we get them right and nothing has been changed. Clinton will inbound. 91 seconds to go. Gets it to Richardson. He will be fouled by 3. 3 is trying to say, I didn't touch him. He's trying to say, come on. But Richardson will go to the line for a pair. That took 1 second. We got 90 seconds left. And Richardson trying to make this a 15-point lead if he can make both.
That's 4 fouls on number 3.
That is 4 fouls on number 3.
Looks like he's probably going to come out.
And 24 also has 3 fouls, if we remember. First one's up. First one's good. 43-57. 21 comes in. 24 goes out, but 3 stays in.
Wow.
He's talking to Nelson. Nelson's just laughing at whatever he's saying. Probably talking about where they want to go get, where Nelson's going to go get dinner afterwards.
Yeah.
57-43, make it 58-43 after both count from Richardson. 90 seconds left to go. Down by 15, Scott's got the ball. One's got it, gets it to 2. That could have been a foul on Alcorn right there, but he stopped just in time. That could be a travel, but there's the foul they called on the reach. He got away with 1. He couldn't get away with both. That's only team foul 4, though. That is his 3rd foul. That's team foul 4, so any more fouls from the Dragons will send Scott to the free throw line. 32 gets it to 1. 1 in the wing gets it to 21 for a deep 3. Too short, must have been tipped. But 33's got the basket. 45-58. Clinton up by 13. Richardson with the ball up to Ison. Ison in the front court. Gets fouled. Let's see who they call it on. If it's on 21, that is his 4th. If it's on 1, I don't know how many he has.
No, it was on 1.
It's on 1. That's his 4th.
4th, wow.
Regardless.
Almost the whole team.
Yeah, they've got 3 big players with 4 fouls, or 2 big players with 4, 2 big players with 3.
I just realized it's only a 13-point game.
It is. Remember, they had a good run started at the beginning of this quarter. And then they've been fouling like crazy. Icing up for the first. Good. 59-45. Dragons trying to improve to 12-10 on the season. 5-1 in district play. Next one's up. Next one's good. 60-45. It is a 15-point game. Dragons in a little bit of a 3-quarter press. 3 comes in the front court with it. Gets a screen set. Spin move. Almost loses control. I will give him credit. That was a good spin move. 60-47 now. Alcorn gets the ball. Alcorn's about to be fouled. He does get fouled. If that's on 1, that's his 5th. If that's on 1, that's his 5th. Let's see.
2.
No, it's on 2. I thought it was on 1. 1 was in the area. That's only his 2nd. Okay, we're okay. he's okay. I thought one was right there, so I thought the foul was on him. But I couldn't see from where we're sitting. I do like being able to sit at some of these games. Some places we can't sit at. We got to remind ourselves when we go to Union for the district play to bring some chairs with us.
Yes.
Up and good. Alcorn with his I don't know, Alcorn scored already tonight, but that's his first free throw of the night. The Dragons' free throw shooting has been so much better in the last 2 games than it was against Anderson County.
Yes.
Second one's up, and as soon as I say that, I jinx it, and they miss it. But it's a 14-point game with 40 seconds left. Bounce pass to 2. 2's going to try to drive into 1. 1 for 3. No good. Rebound, Maddox. Are they going to foul? No, they're going to let the Dragons dribble it out. Dragons will improve to 12-10 on the season, 5-1 in district play, and they will be victorious with a final score of 61-47 with 20 seconds left. They're already shaking hands. I love this about both teams. You see them shaking hands, no trash talk. And right there, 33 shaking hands with Ison. Ison bounces it out of bounds with 5 seconds left. He tried. Ison wasn't paying attention.
Maybe we can send that into Shaquille O'Neal for shacking the fool.
Shacking the fool, exactly. 1 for 3. Misses it. So, yes, the final score will be 61-47.
He just wanted that rebound for his stat.
He does get a rebound for his stat. But once again, we want to thank you for watching Dragon Vision. We're going to stick right here, but we're going to go to the PA announcer and the camera clock as we wait for the interview with Coach Chris Locker. But once again, your final score from Highlander Gymnasium, 61-47, Dragons on top.
So I felt like in the third quarter there, Caden got some great position and great looks, and I thought the boys did an excellent job of getting touches, and that's when then I started looking for Carson.
Yes.
I made a couple of adjustments on some quick hitters that we do and got him a couple of touches and let it fly, and boom, he knocked. I think he went 2 of 3.
It was two back-to-back, and then Scott called the timeout, and I've focused in on his reaction because you could tell he was in it. My audio was off a little bit just now, but we were talking about the inside. You got that inside game started. Yeah, Caden had a couple foul troubles early, but in that second half, Caden and Maddox, and Alcorn.
Alcorn too. I told Alcorn right before the game was over, I said, this might be start to finish your best night.
Yes.
And I'm not talking about just scoring. I mean scoring, defense, shots taken, how he rebounded, how he moved, handling the ball. He's starting to really come into his own. And, it's what we were talking about down there. We are still fighting for consistency.
Right.
They're still young, but their game experience is getting bigger. But to come up here and play the way we did, we could have very easily had a letdown. I thought the boys, they took it into their own hands right there when they slowed it down. I wasn't going to pull it out that quick. And we've been working on it some, and they pulled it out on their own. And when they do that, you sort of got to let them. That way, if it works, then they gain confidence. And if it doesn't work, then you can coach it a little harder.
Right.
And I thought they did a great job of, we found who we needed to get the ball to, and we found spots and spaces, got a couple of easy ones. And, boy, I couldn't be more pleased. And, like I told him, I said, you probably win this game by 25, but 3, absolutely. We couldn't stop him.
21 was a huge one for them as well.
Yes, he played well, too.
But both those played well the first time we played as well.
Yes.
And they did some adjustments, and we saw it in the first half. But that second half was ours. You were mentioning Alcorn. We got to mention Tackett,
and
Lundy, and
even Williams. I thought Williams came in.
And Little Hayden.
Yeah. Oh, Brendan's. He's
a dog.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal athlete too. They both, him and Williams came in, and they were the only two I gave the adjustment to on the press. And they wreaked havoc when I did that.
Yes.
And it allowed Lundy and Tackett not to have to scramble so hard. But Williams and Brendan both accepted that well and did a great job of it. And, I couldn't be more pleased. A great team win up here. We got Union County coming in at home. We need to get that one. That'll be a tough ball game. They're good.
Then we got Cumberland Gap
and
Friday.
Cumberland Gap Friday away, and then I think it's
Gibbs at home senior night.
Yes.
So we'll be honoring Caden and Carson. I know how emotional that's going to get for you too, because those two have been so phenomenal all season long. Regardless of whether they score or not, it's their team attitude.
Yes. Yeah, and like tonight, Carson just kept waiting. I kept telling him, just be patient. They're not going to let you get many looks, and when we score inside, they're going to have to give it to you. And when they do, burn their eyes, and boy, he did.
Yeah.
He did a great job, and I just couldn't be more pleased with the progress we're making. We still got a ways to go. That's what I told him back there. We still got individual improvement, team improvement. Got to stay focused on the task at hand and keep getting where we need to get to. Otherwise, you're just working for nothing. And you have to work for an end goal, and the end goal is to become the best team you possibly can. That they know that I've praised their defense all year, and I think that we can be the best defensive team that I've ever had.
I believe we are as of right now. We're right there.
We're right there. So if I can continue to pull a few more strings here and get them going, we should be ready to roll.
Yeah, last 2 games, the defense has only given up 39 points per game.
That's unbelievable.
I don't care if it's Scott. I don't care if it's Oak Ridge.
It doesn't
I don't care if it's Cumberland Gap. That is a good defense.
That's good defense. So, yeah, we got to keep working. I like seeing us be able to score more than 50 finally.
Back-to-back games, too.
Yeah.
We had 71 on Tuesday. We had 61 tonight.
So we're getting there.
We are. There. And remember, we played Union County tough the first time. That was Maddox's first game back, too.
Yeah, it was.
So
and mine.
It was yours, too.
Yeah.
After you had to substitute.
Yes.
But he didn't get the wins, but you had to substitute.
Yes, I did.
Got to mess with Chase on that.
Chase wasn't here tonight. He's pretty sick. And
it's probably what's going around.
Yeah, so I just told him to stay home. He's got 2 freshman games tomorrow, and I don't know if he's going to be able to go to those. But, hopefully we'll get him well and get him up and moving.
If you want to give Carson mess with Carson a little bit, just tell him Hammock says he taught him everything he knows.
Oh, I get it.
So we called him Little Hammock on
That's
there.
awesome. That's great. I'll tell him.
All right, so I'll let you do the sign off. 61-47 final score. What do you want to say to everyone that got to watch? Our signal wasn't the best, so we're still going to upload it, but what do you want to say?
Really, boy, we had a great turnout
God.
again tonight. Our fans are starting to feel what this team needs, and they push us and make us better. I love when they interact with the kids. I mean, the defensive chants and things like that. I just think it builds our program and builds our kids, especially when it's coming from the adults, not just our student followers. Keep supporting this bunch. I think we still got some improving to do, but they're exciting. They're fun to coach and they're fun to watch. So for that one, hopefully we see everybody at home against Union County. And great win, great job, Matthew. Thank you, buddy, and go Dragons.
Good night and go Dragons.